So last time that we were playing this, oh yeah, I put a little chair to watch somebody sleeping in the bed. I forgot about that. Rengat says, I haven't played much in a while. I was in the middle of something today. Didn't finish it. Ah, no worries. Yeah, I haven't played much of this either. I mean, this is the first time I'm back on the server, I think in 2 weeks. Also, I think I found the items dropped by the player you banned. Oh, really? That seems fine. They probably didn't have very much, eh? Let's take the subway back. So the last thing that I remember is we were working on Vacation Station. The last thing I remember is we were working on like the gladiatorial pit. So we should go take a look at that probably to start. We'll tour around the server and just see what's going on to begin with. Wow, 0.1 PV. I actually don't have any cash on me. I thought I'd do something interesting with the items. Okay. It's fine. We'll walk it. We'll hoof it. I don't have money for a train pass. There are times in when I'm in New York where I do this too. Very similar thing of like I have to walk somewhere and it's like just a distance where it's like, I could walk somewhere. He had your used magic pants. Oh no. The Sky Rail. And it just becomes a dilemma of like, is it worth the, you know, $2, however many cents to $2.75 is at least what it used to be, I think. Is it worth it, or am I just gonna walk, you know, however many blocks? Yes, you walk on the rails IRL. I don't do that. That's true. I walk above the rails. It's a subway. Let's poke around. Let's take a look at the stores that we've got, because we may have we could also harvest some sugar cane. It's not a bad idea. While we're here. Yeah, you can tell nobody's been on the server because the sugar cane isn't grown. Also gotta go in a sec to have a shower. No worries. No troubles. We'll be here for a while if you want to come on back anytime. Or not, is also cool. The most important thing is to live your life. How's the... Okay, the mic levels look good. Cool. And the desktop audio, okay, also looks good. Good. I know everybody loves when I do troubleshooting the OBS setup during the stream. It's everybody's favorite content. Let's get some more of these. So we're gathering up some reeds. We're going to put them for sale in our sugarcane store that we've got over in the marketplace. And we'll check on the inventory of our other various stores at the same time. I disagree. The most important thing is Pyotr Jr.'s continued existence in the labor prison. True. Okay, yeah, maybe living your life is the second most important thing. Pyotr Jr., heir to Pyotr estate. No one can prove that. Alright, so here we are at Cops and Robbers, Fine Woods. Looks like business maybe is slow. That's okay. Nobody's really been on the server. We might need to think of Spatula's Dollar Store and Disco Emporium. I forgot about this. Need for Reed. It is confirmed in the name, though. His surname. True. I guess it's a case of nominative determinism, right? Ah, yes. Minecraft. Ah, yes. Well, we had that one episode called... I don't know, episode might be a strong word. That one stream where the name of the stream was Das Kapital. And that is like, the notification said, Pyotr is playing Minecraft? It does say Minecraft. Yeah, okay, whoops. Too late. Ah, yes. The Das Kapital episode is like one of the most watched. Which again is not saying much, to be clear. But has like much higher click-through rate than other videos of this on YouTube, for some reason. A lot of people searching Das Kapital plus Minecraft. Oh, right, and this is the subway. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Oh, nice, we got some gold ingots. Hello. Oh, I gotta learn to spell if I'm gonna keep streaming stuff. Minecraft. Oh, and what is this? Potter's Field looted goods. Ah, are these my... Right, these are the looted goods. When you started Minecraft for the first stream of it, were you expecting all the capitalist labor? I don't know what I was expecting. It wasn't quite this, definitely. Alright, who else is being a weird water zombie? Who would do this? I don't think spelling is a requirement for streaming. Okay, good. Thank God. Oh, now I'm in this hole. This isn't how I wanted this to go. I have a plan. Free me. Oh, it's so dark and holy down here. Let's do a little jumping puzzle to get out. It wouldn't let me write Potter's Field. Oh, interesting. The signs are weird. And like when you try to put in numbers and stuff, they behave all weirdly. I don't know what the deal is. It seems like it should not be that hard. But I don't know. I guess because they're putting like censorship stuff on it to try to filter out bad language, but IDK. Oh, let's just put this in my little box real quick. This money. Maybe a bit grim for Minecraft? I guess so, yeah. I guess that's what it is. It's just weird. Oh, that guy dropped a copper ingot. Let's take these and put them in the other... in the shed, maybe. Oof. You are a metal. There you go. You can join your brother there. Let's put these saddles away in this chest full of saddles. What are you going to build today? Yeah, that's a good question. So I think we're going to continue working on... You'll remember that... Piotr, happy Sunday. Hey, Soul Foundry, happy Sunday to you too. Welcome. Oh, I got to adjust the camera in a second. The lighting is... It's like sunset soon here. So the lighting is changing as we play. And Rangoet says, Minecraft doesn't want me to explicitly say I'm selling unnamed dead man's gear. It's fair. We were working on the fighting pit, right? Oh, I made something in the station. Okay, I'll take a look. So I think we'll try to finish this up today. Pretty sure there's supposed to be a piece of sandstone there. Oh, there it is. Look at that. I've made a small problem. I can fix this. Yeah, so I think we'll work on finishing this up today. We had it mostly right, although now I am trapped here. By design, right, because you go into the pits and you don't leave the pits. That's the idea. But we can flesh that out a little bit more. We'll just need something to release the monsters from up here is what we need. Okay, let's take a look at the station. And then I'll adjust the camera, or the lighting in a second. I guess the camera. The white balance and stuff. Because I look like a hot dog. Which is fine. I don't mind. Let's go take a look. Is it a gladiatorial pit or a punishment pit? Good question. I think it could be both. Like, there are gladiators, but also, like, if one of the senators is, like, you know, acting up, we can accuse him of treason and then throw him into the gladiator pit to fight the real fighters, right? So he'll be there with like his tattered senator robes and like his you know, senatorial seal or whatever, and then there'll be guys with like real swords who are like buff and burly and have lots of fake teeth, and they'll just, you know, that'll be a punishment that's available to us. Nothing against hot dogs, nothing against them. By the way, has anyone yet found my buried treasure? Oh, did you see the prices for the Potter's Field wooden gear? I did not. I didn't really look at the prices. Oh my god. Listen, they're collector items. I can build the senator. Perfect. Okay, let me go look in the station for real, though. Metro cards. Factory station line. Is it at a different station? Let me adjust the camera real quick. Actually, we'll go run to the house and get some gold so I can buy a Metro card. I just literally put all my gold away, but I should bring some spending money with me. The dragon head could be put to use. Ooh, true. I assume it's in the factory station. That probably checks out. That is sort of the biggest one, and also in Rangoet's kind of wheelhouse. Just the factory station, right. Makes sense. Who took down all the little... Why? Why did we do this? Let's make it hard to get back up here. The others can barely be called station, except Spatula's place. There's the smaller stations. We see this. You know, they're not... Every station isn't Grand Central. Right? There are a lot of little ones. That's the way you do it. IRL. I had grand designs, but I have not been on recently. Fair. Me neither, yeah. To be honest. We didn't do this. It was always like that. Really? Okay. Weird. I could believe it. Alright, let me take a Metro card. I want to go to Factory Station Line. Take me there! Take me there! That is something to work on. Stations. Oh, true. We could fancy him up a little bit. Here I am at the factory station. Oh, of course. Ah, this takes us right by the community center. Or the visitor center or whatever. Oh, my word. Okay, I don't think I'm supposed to fall down here. But that is very cool. To have the map down here. Sorry, let me just, You have a station for your estate, even. True. Can I sneak out here this way? Okay, perfect. Let me look down here. I presume there's going to be glass or something up there. At the risk of making a prez out of you and me. Sorry, let's try that again, but this time not falling down into a hole and breaking my ankles. Can I get rid of the shield? Wow. Oh, that's very cool, actually. It's very cool, actually. Look down and see the map. The secret stairs came into use. True. Oh, let me adjust the white balance of this camera real quick. I don't think... We might have to do this again in a little bit, which is a bit of a shame. Bit of a bother. It isn't finished, but it's cool. Agreed. Yeah, agreed. I can see where it's... kind of see where it's going. Okay, that's going to make me very pale. Can I do one that's not going to make me super pale or super red? No? Those are my choices? Okay. Never mind. Put it back where it was. We just got to wait until I can get... Because I have, like, very... I don't know, I have the outdoor light and it's all overcast mostly on me. We want the nice warm lamplight to be mostly lighting me. A little too bright, eh? What if we do like... Sorry. I guess this is probably the best way to go. A little pale. You can add more maps if you want. Okay, cool. I kind of don't remember how all the map stuff works. In terms of, like, how to, like, where to be standing when I look at the map and stuff. But maybe I can figure it out. I guess I would look at the bottom of these and just go further out. Yeah, okay, that actually makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, let me get rid of my subway car, because it's probably in the way somewhere. / maybe ride it back. Wait. Oh, this is also very familiar to me. Being lost in a complicated subway station. Very real feel. Yeah, so let's see what we've got to do on the gladiatorial pit. Huh. Yeah, we could make all these stairs, maybe. Oh, that is weird. It's very steep. I might take a look. Actually, let's take a look at the Tower of Babel, too, because I think that Trees Rule may have been playing, and we should spy on what they've been doing. Let's take a look. Hup. Hup. Oh my god, we're doing the Assassin's Creed thing. Let's see if there's anything new here that we might recognize. This floor's still empty. This is still the grassy floor. The one with the fire in it. Blank slate floor incorporated. Good. Oh, they have a business presence here. This one's nice. The sky deck, of course. Remember that. Here's where there's a secret, secret room between the floors, right? If I go out... Oh, it's like in a Bridge room. Secret! Oh no, I shouldn't reveal this. It's a good movie plot point when they realize that there's like a secret room between rooms or a secret floor between floors. I'm a fan. And I'm glad that we have that here. Do I have my spyglass? Ah, oh, fantastic. Let's put the shield back on. This is my vacation home. Get some copper floor in here. I don't know. Oh, this is the factory room. Right. Makes sense. Checks out. Same aesthetic. Okay, maybe not. Maybe there's not a lot of new stuff here. You did it! We found the sky pumpkin. Good. Sploosh. Alright, let's go take a look at the gladiatorial pit again. Oh, I hear the cats! It's Bachelor's Place. Of course! So here's a question, if there are people in the chat. We've had the Minecraft server for a while. If we were going to do like another kind of community game, is there any game that you would want to set up like a big multiplayer game or big multiplayer server for? Hold up, I gotta get my phone. Hello? Okay, thanks. I'll take a look. Oh, chat's broken again, is what I hear. It is broken. Oh, and I'm doing it through the site too, which is extra frustrating. Sorry, I missed a bunch of this chat here. Let's see. I'll pay you for making more maps for it, in gratitude. And Giant Spatula says this is for the subway. You could work in the subway near your estate. You could work in the subway near your estate. It can match the gladiatorial pit. We can make a subway into the pit. Like the tram is a bit above and you fly into the pit. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Dump people in the pit on a train. Ooh, I like that. Rango says I might work on that sometime, but IDK how to make trams. It would be funny. Is chat broken again? Chat breaks. Did Spatula phone you? In before you ask chat for suggestions. Chat, while the chat is broken, that was my whole plan, was to ask chat for suggestions in a situation where I know that I can't, read the chat. Wow. That's actually a real bummer, because I thought it was the OBS chat was the one that was getting broken. Oh, so it was on purpose. Everything we do on this channel is on purpose. Everything we do is on purpose. Who phoned you? Was it about chat? It was an unrelated matter. But it made me realize that I had messages that the chat was broken. Well, that's not right. Okay, so yeah, so what needs to happen here? So we need to make a door. We need to make this, like, open up automatically, right? And this one does actually need to be, like, 4x4. It can't just be a little gate like this one. So let's go do some prototyping, I reckon. Oh, but so back to the question, and if nobody has any preference, or any preference or ideas, that's also fine. But are there other games we'd want to try to do potentially multiplayer? I want to make a giant beautiful station somewhere, maybe in the ocean. Ooh, ocean themed station with like nice pictures of fossils on the wall or something. I don't know. That's what I think of. Out of glass, maybe. Potato. It's a little hard for most games to do something like that because, like, you do need... Don't I have pistons? Okay, they're in here. I only have this in Apex, TBH. Yeah, that's what I was kind of going to say, is, like, it's a little tricky because everybody has to have the game. And so I guess free-to-play stuff. We could do, maybe, like, Gartic Phone or something. I don't know, though. Don't Starve Together would be great. Is there cross... I could take a look at that, actually. Let me look into that. And see if we could do, like, cross-platform multiplayer. Yeah, I guess it's tough to do kind of other community games besides, like... I mean, Minecraft, because kind of everybody has Minecraft. But then, like, other than that, it's got to be either something free-to-play or, like, Jackbox or something. I don't know. And I don't know if I want to play more Jackbox in my life. Okay. Okay. So, Jackbox or Gartic Phone would be good. All right. So the goal is, we've got an opening like this. Let's do this here in the dark. FF14! Ah, true multiplayer. Not cross-platform for Don't Starve Together, I believe. Oof, okay. We'll just have to make a great cross-platform free-to-play game. How hard could it be? Next Game Jam, we'll just make a multiplayer game. Free up to level 60, including Heavensward. Oh, Final Fantasy 14. Sorry, I was thinking of Final Fantasy 7. I was thinking the 7 remake. Gartic Phone would be hilarious. Among Us. We could do Among Us. Maybe we should do Gartic Phone. That's not a... We might... The thing is, like, Gartic Phone probably you don't want to do for, like, 4 hours. But maybe we could do a shorter stream or, like, plan multiple games to play or something. Let me think on it. Let me stew on this idea a little bit. I'm always stewing. It's fun. That's one of... Streaming... I have several hobbies where, like, thinking about them is, Mist Uru. Oh, perfect. Everybody's favorite, MMO. I have a lot of hobbies where, like, thinking about the thing is almost more interesting to me than actually doing the thing. I actually do find streaming interesting. But, like, miniatures, gaming and stuff is, like, way more interesting to think about than to play. Gartic Phone, Jackbox, Among Us, maybe some Minecraft. Yeah, we could try to, like, DJ through a couple of different things. It's a little tough. I mean, so first, I should say, like, one of the nice things about Minecraft is if we do a Minecraft stream and nobody shows up, it still, like, can be an okay stream. Whereas if you do a Gartic Phone stream and nobody shows up, it's terrible, I feel like. What if we did this from the sides? As a niche indie multiplayer game I know you'll love called Elden Ring. Ah, I've heard about that one. I think a lot of people like that one. I feel so bad for not liking Elden Ring. Genuinely, I, like, feel stupid for not liking it. But I just really couldn't get into it. Yeah, you need async multiplayer. I think, yeah. You need something where... Because you don't want to just sit around waiting for people the whole time. But, yeah. Anyway, we'll think about it. Async multiplayer is an interesting idea, actually, as a way to kind of work around that. Nope. Okay, so what if we open and close this from the sides? I have a feeling this is going to be easier. Sir? You shouldn't feel bad for not liking it, but you were so angry and aggressive about it. That's fair. Let's go take a nap. See if we can get some of my angry aggression out with a good night's sleep. Oh, I love that we have the mushroom dreams every time. Respawn point set. Speaking of, well, barely. Speaking of making games, I'm taking the day off of work tomorrow. I got a bunch of chores that I need to do, basically, so I just took one day off to kind of just, like, try to fix my apartment, which has been basically in goblin mode for some time. I've just been so busy. Saturday was the first day in, like, a really long time that I didn't have, like, pressing things to do. And, like, Friday night was the first night where it's like, I don't have things to, like, get ready, to work on or to get ready for tomorrow. But anyway, among other things, I think I just want to spend part of the day fixing the controls for the Game Jam game, even though I said I was done with it. I think I want to do that, and then because it seems like it's just worth fixing. I don't know. So I lied. Basically, when I said that I was never going to work on it again, I was lying. Rengwet says, I found a cool dungeon in Elden Ring where there's chest and it teleports to seemingly another room you can easily access normally in the dungeon, and then again and again it does this, and then you realize it's two different copies of the dungeon. John Spadger says, oh, so it's Resident Evil. It's the Revelation Shifts' Elden Ring dungeon. I just wish... We've said basically this about Revelations before, but I just wish I had the audacity to write like that plot point in a game, right? Like to just be like, there's 3 ships, and this is my genius idea for how this game should work. I don't know. I admire it. There's something about it. All right, so what if this goes like, so we got to go up, right? Because we want this to be accessible from above. Now the thing is, typically speaking, I think it's easiest to make things go up with redstone torches, right? Because you can do like, can't you do like, Elden Ring has so much teleporting in it. Really? I guess I didn't get that far, but I don't think I ever teleported in my time. Maybe I did and didn't realize it. I went on a big elevator. That was kind of teleportalicious. So what if this is like this? And we'll put this like this on this side. And then we've got to send a signal into both of these torches to shut them off, right? You didn't get that far, but there's a load of teleports and trap chests that teleport you across the map to places. Oh, weird. Ow. Are they things that you could use to like get around the map quickly? I guess you can teleport from the map, from your map screen anyway. So it's not really like utility things, I guess, right? It's more just like, I guess cool ways to move people around the map? I'm not sure. Ways to support level designs that don't fit geographically on the map, maybe? Just because of, or not geographically, but geometrically. Okay, so look. So we've got like, does this work? It is weird, but I like it, as it made a lot more non-linear design. Right, so you can end up in areas without going through places. Yeah, I guess that's a much more succinct way of what I was sort of trying to say. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Oh, that's... I don't know what I expected to happen, but it wasn't that. Oh, because the, I got it. Hello, sir. That's a bad idea. Could have lived a lot longer by not doing that. Right, so if I do like this, will this... No. Is it because this one is... What? Oh, yeah, okay, that does make sense. I guess we'll just do one side and then we can mirror whatever we make. We might need 3 redstone torches for this to make sense, though. Extended. What? Giant Spatula says, there's actually a multiplayer Kingdom Hearts, but it's no longer playable, and I don't recommend it even to people who like Kingdom Hearts. Oh no! Oh, dang. Rangoat says, you also didn't get to the crazy-ass bosses, like the man who was made from grafted arms of other people. Oh, we heard about him, though. The spider guy, right? An NPC told us about this person. Well, you did get to Margit, who, in fairness, is on the more complex end. Oh, did we? I forget. I'll be honest, I don't remember. Okay, this is good. But the part that's not good is it doesn't work. This is perfect, except that it doesn't work. Here's my little idea to fix this. DMC still has my favorite boss design in a video game. Is it the, his name has a B in it. The Fox News one. Rangoet says, the boss also has, as phase 2, chopped off his arm and used the dragon's head as an arm? That's kind of metal. I'll be honest. Of course, says Giant Spatula. What is... Oh, that's a good question. What's, like, a favorite boss from games? I liked, what's a boss fight that I really like? Some of the DMC fights were pretty good. Definitely. And I guess, like, the fight against your dad from Fury is definitely up there, even though that one took me forever to do. Oh, we gotta play Sifu. That's what we should play after, Prince of Persia. Rango says, IDK if I have a single favorite boss design. I like loads for different reasons. That's fair. There is a lot of variety in, like, what actually makes bosses good. There's some KH boss fights I like. So is Kingdom Hearts combat turn-based? Or is it, hello, does this work? That's because I'm doing this wrong. Right? It's supposed to be like this. Does this only send the signal up? No, it's an action RPG. Oh, okay, no action. Okay. Cute. Okay, that kind of works. And if I... Yeah, I think this is only going to go up and down. Shoot. This may be harder than I originally surmised. Okay, these are both closed now. When you light this, they both go open. So all we have to do is send the signal to here. And there are easy ways to do this, like making this a stairway. Right? We maybe are overcomplicating this. This could just go like this. Both open. Both closed. Let's just do that. We'll wing it a little bit, but the moral of the story is don't try to be smart, because I'm not. We'll just do it a dumb way. I liked some of the bosses actually in Castlevania Lords of Shadow had some good bosses that were kind of fun to fight. The last fight against Satan is like pretty good. It makes good use, except for the one what was it? The QuickTime event that I failed at the end. But other than that, other than having QuickTime events in it, that was a pretty good boss fight. Nom, 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 nom. Alright, let's get in here. So, the question is... Love to fail a QuickTime event. The best! Alright, there are going to be monsters over here, probably. Okay, bosses. Father, Gasguis, I don't know this person, from Bloodborne, and quite a bit more from Soulsborne. Like almost every boss in Sekiro, Hollow Knight has some good ones like Hornet and Dung Defender. Fury has some great ones, of course, especially the Samurai and the Knight. Oh, the Knight was good too. I forgot about that, actually. Do the vultures from Rain World count? Let's say yes. Yeah. Although I end up just running away from them. Yeah, I guess you want, like, games that have a good focus on combat, usually. So, when I was, a kid, not a kid, Father Gascoigne is a famous one. Oh, okay. The point is running away. Right. But it makes it a little bit not a boss fight, per se. I guess. Let me just... that's fine. We'll leave the camera alone for now. Alright, so, easy enough. We know that we want to send the redstone down here, actually. Actually, I think you'll find I want to send the redstone down here. That's good. Excellent impression of nobody. Oh! Interesting. What do I do with this? What about the boss where you had to cut the moon in half and it was very obtuse? What was the one where I had to cut the moon in half? Oh, is that in Bloodborne? Father Gascoigne is a oh no! I remember in Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. That was incredibly obtuse. I don't know how anybody would have figured that out. Maybe they told you somewhere, maybe there's like a hint or something. But man, oh man, oh man. Knowing to cut the moon in half was bananas. Father Gascoigne is a fast, aggressive man with basically starting weapons from the game. A true super fast-paced fight against an equal, which lives up to the status in speed and aggression. The fight is cool as the weapons in Bloodborne can switch between two different modes. Ah. I was kind of thinking about if I'd like... one of the other Souls games more that are more of like a Metroidvania design than like the open world. I do think some of my problems, or I shouldn't say problems, some of my complaints about Elden Ring would be allayed by it not being, or by it having a little more direction. About Stranger of Paradise, it's real bad. The combat is fun, though. Should we do a new game Wednesday of it? Is it worth... I guess it's probably $60, eh? Maybe that's not going to be a worthwhile investment. Although the other game that I have lined up for New Game Wednesday this week is Unsighted, which is that Humble Bundle game, that Humble Publishing game that we played the demo of, and I got stuck and couldn't figure out where I was supposed to go. And then I watched a video of somebody playing it, and like literally, I just didn't. It's just like I was like, how do I get past this wall? And literally just like walk up over it. It should get discounted very quickly. Okay. And Regot says his first phase has a closer range, less damaging, but fast attacks. And the second he goes for slower, longer range mode to the weapon. Oh, okay. So he's using the Bloodborne weapons and switching switching between the two different combat styles or weapon, whatevers. The weapon whatevers. Eloquent as always, PD. Seems very cool. Oh yeah, okay, Tunic. Oh, is Tunic good? And if you explore, you can find an item to help stun the boss. It's a 2D Souls-like. Play Tunic. Okay, I can pick up Tunic. It's on... I don't have Game Pass anymore, but I heard it was on Game Pass. Maybe I should just get Game Pass. Maybe I should just do it, since it's obviously such a good deal. If you explore, you can find an item to help stun the boss for a bit, and did the same for Margit in Elden Ring, which I think works better for the open world design. I see, because yeah, I see what you mean, because something like that really rewards, I guess, thorough exploration, right? If there's like a particular item that really helps with a tough boss, I'm kind of into that. Arrakis has been streaming it. Oh, how did they like it? Oh, you know what, though? This has to be, like... This doesn't work like this. Because this won't connect up, right? I don't know what I'm doing. So if we put this all back here... and had, like, a little box or something here... we could put... oh, actually, this doesn't need to extend this far. I should be able to simply put a lever... say... here. And does that open the doors? Or close the doors? Do something different to the doors? They say it's their goatee so far. Really? Okay, maybe I should check it out. Okay, doors are open, clearly. Wait. It's not clear. The doors are not open. Dang it. Alright, let's see why. Let's investigate. Troubleshooting. Aha! Why? Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Let's make sure there's redstone all the way through. Boom! And now I should be trapped inside. Which is, in this case, weirdly what I want. Bloodborne's combat is fast-paced, not just because of the faster movement and healing, but it has a cool mechanic where for a little bit you can recover health you lost by attacking. Oh, I see. Right, so are you saying that, like, by attacking somebody, I can recover some of the health that I lost? So that sounds like it would reward pretty, like, aggressive play. Which is cool. Open. Nope. Almost working. Close. No, wait, it is working. Open. Also on the other, so DS1 is non-linear Metroidvania. The rest have Metroidvania-like areas, but a more linear world structure overall. I almost weirdly... excuse you. I do wonder if if I would maybe like something like that more. Just because... I don't know, I'm a dumb weirdo. Please. Some of the bosses in Darksiders 3 were really good. I liked the one with... you fight against, like, maybe it's greed or avarice or something, because they're all deadly sins, and they throw, like, they jump around on pillars up over you, so there's, like, pillars that they're pogo sticking around on and throwing projectiles at you. It's actually a pretty good one. Maybe instead of community games, you could go back to long weekend streams. Then you could play more Sunless Skies and stuff. That's not a bad idea either. I've really wanted to go back to that game that Trees Rule recommended. Do you remember the little... Civilization Builder one, or City Builder one, where we had like the lizards and the humans and the, I don't know, the third animal, whatever they were. Beavers? I think it was, so not the Beaver City Builder, but the other one where we had the different species. A non-linear Metroidvania or a linear world design? I guess like a non-linear Metroidvania. Something with, with not infinity paths, infinity ways to go at any given time. The other Beaver City Builder. Yeah. Although, I was talking to Trees Rule. They said that they played the Beaver City Sim, the first one, Timberborn. And at first they didn't like it, but then they were like, okay, I kind of get it now. But I think they had a similar problem to it as I did, which is like right now that game is still in early access. There's just not enough to do. So maybe we can go back to that one in like 6 months or something. IDK. Or Age of Darkness. Oh, there's so many we could do. That's actually a good idea, to just go back to kind of more chilled out games for a while. Rangot says, now Elden Ring actually probably gives the most explicit directions at first. You literally given pointers on maps, and maps even alone is useful. But that does go as main stuff gets more hidden in the depths. I see. Yeah, I guess maybe my read on it is not quite right, but it seemed to me that we got direction to that first boss who just absolutely crushed me. And then it was like, okay, you're not supposed to do anything else yet. You're not really supposed to fight this guy right now, probably, if you're most people. Go out in the open world and go look around for stuff to make you stronger. Yeah, chill out streams, then maybe a monthly or quarterly community play. That's probably a good way to do it. Yeah. I worry a little bit that part of the reason... Well, I don't know. I don't know if the Minecraft server is kind of losing interest just because it's been going on long enough and we've done stuff like kill the Ender Dragon and everything. Or if it's a situation where people are kind of losing interest because we're not playing it as much. Maybe both. Could be both. Because, like, we come back after 2 weeks and everybody's like, oh, yeah, I forgot that we have a Minecraft server. IDK. Lol, start a new Minecraft realm. Perfect. We could have an apocalyptic event. But keep in mind, the others start out harder. So, Margit, imagine that every boss. Okay, I see. Right. Whereas, one of the things that I did kind of appreciate in Elden Ring was that there were the mini-bosses who were more manageable. We fought the weird goblin-y man and the demi-human chieftains and stuff. Yeah. Okay, let's have the lever. Lily of the Valley, you can stay there. Remember in Breaking Bad when he gives the kid Lily of the Valley? He poisons a kid. Do you remember in Breaking Bad when he poisons a kid? I forgot about that until just now. I remember. I didn't forget. Walt. Giant Spatcha says, my issue with Minecraft is I get pretty addicted to it when I'm trying to accomplish something and then don't do anything else but play Minecraft. And unfortunately I have some other shit to do. Fair enough. And Rogot says, the others have mini-bosses, but they're just along the way, not other ways. Okay, I see. Right. This makes sense to me. Let's go down here and start filling this in. So I guess part of the idea is to have this be cut sandstone. And then we want to hide all the mechanisms. It's fair. I tend to go really hot and cold on Minecraft. Like, I'll play and play and play and play and play. How are you gonna get out? Listen. I'll think of something. I don't know. I don't know. We'll probably just go through that part again. We'll just cut our way through here. Rogan says, but I doubt you'd like the other much, as your biggest problem was the combat. The Sekiro maybe you'd like. That is Soulsborne. Okay, that is actually a fair... I think that is a fair characterization, that my biggest problem was with the combat. That's the part that makes me feel dumb, is like, I feel like, when I said like, I feel dumb for not liking Elden Ring, is because like, some people are like, oh, the combat is so tight and so good in every Soulsborne game. I just really didn't feel that. This isn't Soulsborne I meant to say, Sekiro's, oh, this isn't Soulsborne I meant to say, Sekiro is different. Got it. But also famously quite, challenging, right? Is this going to be enough room for monsters to spawn in the dark? Maybe not. Maybe we'll have to cheat and, like, put some monsters in here. Like, digging my own tomb here. Uh-oh, did that break? Creative mode of spawner. That's a good idea. Yeah, we can do that. Elden Ring actually has a similar speed to Bloodborne, though allows slower speeds and isn't as brutal, especially with how good shields are. Interesting. I guess that's another thing, is that I didn't really stick out the combat long enough to like experiment with different tactics very much. We kind of just learned that you can get up in people's face and poke them a bunch of times with the rapier, and that works for like 80% of guys, it felt like. but then when it doesn't work, it super doesn't work. Oh my god, I'm too short. Oh, perfect. So there. Oh, and also the floor. Just kidding. Doop-a-doo-doo. It's coming together. We're making the monster pit. You could put sand on the floor, though. Oh, true, and we should. Yeah, you're right. You could use you used R2 a lot, which was your short and slow. Oh, which was short and slow in your weapon. Oh, interesting. I felt like I really leaned on R1 a lot, but maybe. R1 was the one where I would run up and just like poke a dude 100 times. And also jump attacks were there. This I actually did hear about the game afterward, is that jump attacks are very strong. Which are more mobile but more risky and do a lot of posture damage. It looks creepy down here now. Oh yeah! Giant spatula, I take posture damage every day. Listen, that's what working in a modern workplace is all about. Destroying people's posture. So that the rich and powerful can feel tall. This is my new conspiracy. That's why they invented computers. And we can just leave that alone. Cut sandstone. And see if any creepy boys spawn. Oh, you know what though? Small thing we gotta do. Spawner! Okay, yeah, okay. If you're aggressive and use a variety of moves in Elden Ring, you can start aiming down posture to knock enemies down a lot. Oh, interesting. Interesting tactic. We need more torches, too. I should go to the torch store, or the coal store, and buy a bunch of coal. Alright. Let's put a spawner in. Don't worry about it. Oh wait, am I going to be able to do this without doing server commands? Doesn't a monster spawner make pigs by default? Is that still the same? I was going to sell torches at my Disco Emporium. Have they changed how this works? Can I go like put a Zambi? Spawn. Zambi. Does this work? Oh, that does work. That didn't used to work. Cool. Although, ooh, I wish this wasn't. I guess we could just put 2 in. That would kind of work. Actually, let's do it like that. Yeah. We're gonna go. Put these in the floor. Alright. Now, we need to do the... Oh, this needs to also... Oh, shoot. You know what? We're still in creative. We should spawn husks as they look better. Oh, interesting. I'm such a classic Minecraft boy. I don't really know husks, but that's not a bad idea. Sure, let's change it to husks. I'm on board. Also, it'll be good with a sand theme. Yeah, you're totally right. Hey, everybody. Now, we're going to have to politely ask everybody to not make... monster grinders in here. Okay, so we got the monster spawner, and we want spawn husk. Rainbow says your weapon's special attack was a long stab forward, which did good damage, good damage and distance. The other thing, which was also there, which was from DS3, but is especially big in Elden Ring, was weapon special attacks and Ashes of War, because you used a shield with parry and you didn't use it much. Yeah, they didn't really explain any of that to me. But I guess, again, you're supposed to experiment a lot to learn that stuff. Don't you dare tell me that they told me in some piece of random text. I won't listen. Piotr doesn't know how to read. Exactly. Game designers should appreciate the fact that many of their players named Piotr are illiterate. IMO. Just one man's opinion. Oh look, I'm hot dog again. As the sun is setting. It's nice. We'll address this shortly. Yeah, so we gotta build the fancy box for whoever pulls the lever to release the monsters. I use bleed weapons a lot in Elden Ring, which after enough attacks builds up the bleed meter that does a percentage of the enemy's health. There's a lot more of it in Elden Ring than other games. Oh, interesting. So it's not just like a damage over time, you have to like build up a lot of it? I guess that's kind of like the freeze mechanic in, what is that cool game that I love that absolutely fucking rules? With the anime people, with all the, you play as the waifus, and you jump around really fast. One Step from Eden. Golden Throne for the person to release the monsters from. True! If only I had a supply of gold blocks! Two? What am I, made of money? Okay, let's go do this. Oh, do I have coal? Nope, that's not coal. File under things that are not coal. And we'll also go get some wood. So you can make sticks. So we can make torches. And that's Minecraft, baby. Not just weapons for us, but enemies also do bleed more in Elden Ring. Bleed meter builds up when it attacks shielding. Interesting. Okay, this lever does not belong here. Put this in this chest with the redstone and the lily of the valley. All my sand can go away. I should be... Actually, no. Keep that smooth sandstone. I'm actually not done with it. I lied. Oh, and I've got like a buttload of coal here. Oh, even better. Ah, we're gonna save a killing by not buying any coal. I'll keep these 4 gold coins rattling around in my pocket. It's unfortunate you didn't like it, as I remember you said you liked big crazy weapons, and Soulsborne is known for it. And man, Elden Ring has some big wacky ones. Oh man, in Dragon's Dogma, which is the kind of the game I was thinking of when I said that, you basically, like, the game is pretty low-key and seems normal. I use a rapier made from a giant poisonous ant stinger. That is pretty dope. The game plays it real cool for like the first 10 or so hours, maybe. I don't know, I just made that up. But for a long time. And then all of a sudden, as the fighter character who I played, you get a giant sword that looks like a kitchen knife that's like 12 feet long, and you get an ability where you use it to fling people like 100 feet into the air. It's like, oh, this game is wacky as hell. I see. I watched Dragon's Dogma on stream. The thing about it is, and I know we talked about this before too, it's just Dragon's Dogma, the beginning is so slow to that game. It takes super long to just to get started. But maybe we could, I almost rage quit that game because I was getting so bored just waiting for it to do something besides tutorializing every single little point. Kind of the opposite problem of Elden Ring, which I do feel still was pretty underexplained. Do one long stream and then many short ones. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, one long stream to like get started. We could do that, and there's a good port of Dragon's Dogma on PC, right? Although I played it on the PS3 originally, but I would buy that again on Steam to stream it. Okay, so Here's the first thing. This needs to be cut sandstone slabs. Is that a thing that exists? Yeah. Also in DS3, yeah, we should do that actually. That's a good idea. To actually play Dragon's Dogma instead of just talking about how it's better. And then I can play it and complain the whole time too. Perfect. Let's actually have this extend out a little bit. Also in Dark Souls 3, one of my favorites got to be the Dragon's Teeth for design. It's like one of the heaviest in the games, wielded by a man who has it, and like the heaviest gear in the game. There's a weapon in DS2 which looks like a giant chicken wing. It's uncanny. Ah, excellent visual design. Bring me the giant chicken wing weapon. I also have a great shield in Elden Ring, which is a giant brass head that breathes fire. It's pretty good. Giant Spatula says, my favorite game that nobody's played, Shadow Hearts, has a character who just takes things from the environment to use as weapons, like mailboxes and frozen tuna. Okay, so that Indiana Jones game, not the Indiana Jones game that I talk about the most, but the Indiana Jones game that I talk about the second most, has like a huge emphasis on improvised weapons, and so that whole game, all you're doing is like picking up bottles and stuff, which is Staff of Kings, by the way. Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings is the one I'm thinking of. Oh, the second most. Got it. Yeah. You know, the second most one. Whereas the one I talk about the most is the Emperor's Tomb, and then it's Staff of Kings, and then The Fate of Atlantis. And those are the Indiana Jones games that I talk about, as everybody knows. Everybody knows this. It is known. Fantastic. How, this needs to all be stone bricks. This just released those boys, right? Stay down there, boys. Oh, by the way, from the Grafted Man's Rune in Elden Ring, you can use the dragon arm yourself, though unfortunately it's much smaller and not a real dragon's head. No! A little disappointing, but maybe sensible. But yes, character who uses things from the environment as weapons. Mailboxes and frozen tuna is a little out there. I can appreciate that. When you say frozen tuna, do you mean like does tuna come in like cans, or is it like literally a whole frozen fish? Which either way, I'm on board, but I'm just curious. A whole tuna. That's excellent. The only problem is I can't see from here, so actually we should take these down and put like a fence up. I'm going to give way more information than necessary about Shadow Hearts now. Sorry. Lay it on me. No worries. And Rengot says, oh, that big update to Elden Ring recently also crushed a bunch of players playing. 2 cheesy ways got patched. Especially Shield that can deflect magic as a strong attack when timed right. But there's a glitch allowing you to poison yourself or a spell to set yourself on fire. Oh, I see. To use it indefinitely. So the people had these cheesy ways to get through and they just got nerfed to hell. It happens. We see this. And there's something called Mimic Tier, which let you create a clone of yourself, which got a major nerf. Being cloned does sound pretty strong, in fairness. I mean, even in the fights where we, like, hire an NPC to help us, that was a big deal. To, like, just have an extra set of hands made such a difference in some of those fights. Okay, so I'm thinking... It's kind of close to the sheep place, but that's fine. It's whatever. Okay, we need some more stone bricks, but I think we've got some. The character is Joachim Valentine, who is a vampire that ran away from home to become a pro wrestler. Keep in mind, these games take place in 1914. Well, is there a lot of professional wrestling? I guess back then it would have been like actual wrestling, right? In 1914, I could imagine like people with big, you know, the things that look like a one-piece swimsuit wrestling each other. Rangot says, in Bleed, apparently before the patch wasn't scaling right, and now it's stronger, which is good for me, who mainly use Bleed. Oh, nice. The patch giveth and the patch taketh away, I guess. I'm going to steal some potatoes from the shop. Let me go and get those. I also need stone bricks. Don't forget, PD. Don't forget your agenda, which is finding stone bricks. Nope. The old pumpkin stores got empty shelves. Come on, Obama. Stock the shelves. Giant Spatcha says there are 3 Shadow Hearts games, and each one has a different Valentine vampire sibling. The first has Keith, your classic vampire. The second one has Joachim, your pro wrestler masked vigilante with his own theme song. Okay, another common vampire archetype. The third one has Hildegard, who thinks she is a magical girl. When you say a magical girl, you mean like... You know what I'm thinking of. We're talking about like a magical girl, right? The mechanic for all the vampire siblings is that each fight advances a moon meter, and they cycle through forms like bat, vampire, monster, etc. Oh, okay, I see. So depending on like the phases of the moon, you have different... That's kind of cool. I like... So I was thinking about... We're talking about like Sailor Moon. Excellent. Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. Fantastic. They nerfed this powerful attack that did quite a lot of damage of a big swing made from your own blood. It isn't a big nerf, though. It does more health damage, but still very good. And Rangot says, wait, I have to say, early on in Elden Ring, you can find a sword made from swords. The Game of Thrones chair, but a sword. Seems good. Okay, so how are we going to make it so I can see down here, but also not have a horrible time falling to my demise? That works. I did this the wrong way. Quick. Oh my god, this always happens. The person who invents the monster pit always gets eaten by monsters in the monster pit. This is only natural. Glass? Glass, not a bad idea. Yeah, we could make like a glass ceiling. Not, you know, not that kind. Anybody who wants to be a gladiator can be a gladiator. Unfortunately, the sword doesn't do bleed damage, which I'm disappointed by. Aw, dang. Okay, let's see. How do we... I guess a little fence around would be appropriate. That's a good rule for movies. Oh, so I was going to say, talking about changing phases or changing forms, I was trying to think about... So basically, I'll just pulling back the curtain a little bit, which I never do. We never navel gaze on this channel, so this is a real treat. Pulling back the curtain a little bit, I was looking at upcoming game jams to see if maybe we could do another short one sometime. And I was kind of trying to think of, you know, sort of rough ideas of what you could do for the jams when I'm looking at them. And one idea that I had was to do a baseball game, but your players are all werewolves. So they're wolf form when they're at bat and they're human form when they're in the outfield. That was the whole idea. There's nothing else there. There's not like a gameplay hook or anything. It's just baseball with werewolves. Two other great weapons are hand ballista and a giant finger. Now, I gotta say, hand ballista feels like a crossbow. And a giant finger makes sense, because there's the whole thing with fingers going on in Elden Ring, right? If you do enough game jams, you'll eventually have reusable code. True, there are parts of the code that we wrote for the last one that could be reused. Finger ballista! Oh my god, it's so small! Don't ban me. Alright, this time, just this one time, you can say finger ballista. Peter Bizzle, they gotta be a vampires at bat, because bat, you are absolutely 100% correct. Yes. I don't know how I didn't realize that. Yes. Yes. All right. Die for me! Die for me! That's what we say up here. And let's make it look like a birthday cake real quick. It's a crossbow type and can't use normal arrows, only actual ballista arrows, and has a slow firing speed. I think the door is closed. The door is closed now. Yeah. Alright. We have a weird gladiatorial pit now. Also, giant absurd great bows you can use with arrows the size of you. Oh, I do like oversized weapons. It's true. I do like it. I'll be honest. I thought about trying to go... So this was yesterday when I didn't have anything to do. I ended up doing a bunch of chores instead. But I thought about going and giving Elden Ring a go off stream. But I couldn't quite compel myself to do it. But things like that are... Revelations like there is a giant great bow that shoots arrows the size of you. These are the things that would make me that are making me consider it. In DS3 there's a weapon that is just 2 doors. Ugh. It's good. Are there any other good... silly video game weapons? I'm trying to think, especially like otherwise serious games. Oh look, nobody planted trees on some of these. It's an oversight. Well, let's fix that. We gotta have the Arboretum growing trees for some reason. No More Heroes has a lot of silly weapons. Ugh, I really loved the first No More Heroes. That game kinda ruled. I never played the sequels, but the first one was good. That game had some good boss fights too, honestly. It's also a troll weapon. It is used a lot to trap people in corners. I see. Also, the real DMC games always have stupid weapons. Nice. Well, there was quite famously the big wiggly weapon in Saints Row 3. You know what I'm talking about. That's sort of a famous goofy weapon. Saints Row game's actually pretty... Or Saints Row 3 was kind of a good game, eh? I haven't thought about that in a long time, but I really liked it when I played it. Oh, FF7 has a joke weapon for each character. Nice. I was watching a review of the Pixel remakes of all the Final Fantasy games, and I was like, I know I won't like these games, but hearing about these Pixel remakes wants me to play them. I know that I won't like them. I know that I'll play them for an hour and then say, I don't like this and stop. But man, I want to play them for the hour. And Regwat says, especially saw a good part where someone online made a kitchen where a guy with doors blocked someone in, and on the other side used hammers to make the meat nice, the fire to cook, and a knife to cut. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, DMC 5 has a similar one. Rangawat says, Soulsborne Online is full of trolling and very much encouraged. I'm familiar with this a little bit. It's part of the reason we played offline, to be honest. Its online community has some of the most creative trolls on any online community. Giant Spider says, you might like 7. I wouldn't play... Or you might like 6. Sorry, the exclamation point threw me off. I wouldn't play 1 through 5. Yeah, I played some of the 3D remake of 3 on my phone. I had this idea that I was going to play it while riding on the exercise bike, but I just didn't get into it. The job system was overwhelming for my little brain. I was like, wait, I gotta level up all these people multiple times? I don't even know how to do that. Same reason, file under why I stopped playing Disgaea 2 and 5. Same deal. I'm just like, wait, what? Each game has an item that lets you transform into items of the environment. Oh, so like a little prop hunt. That sounds like it would be very good for trolling. And Transat just says, oh, yeah. Yeah. They do look like cool games, though. Okay, so are we done here? Did we do this? Is this... Let's see what it looks like from the inside. So if I'm off to die in the pits... Also in DS3, the lay down emote people worked out... Oh, people worked out lets you literally be invisible in some places, especially water. So you can just disappear. Sneak up on people. Well, we did it. We have the pit. It's a good depth, actually. I think that we got the depth just right here. Because we want to be able to make eye contact with the person who's just consigned us to our doom fighting zombies in the pit. And I think that we're at the right distance to have that be a personal moment. Giants Patches says, modern turn-based RPGs are much better exercise games because of quality of life improvements. Right. Like, Bravely Default lets you program your characters to do the same thing over and over while you're grinding. That does seem like it. Yeah, that was the other thing. Is like, I just couldn't. These days, I half pay attention to podcasts and stuff. I just don't really have the focus when I'm, even though it's very repetitive, obviously. When I'm cycling, it's not a good time to be doing something thoughtful. Also, a one-handed mode is a thing. That might also help, TBH. Perfect for eating a taco while you play. Rankwat says, DS1 was the most broken. Like, one guy who was infects other people's, and others have to invade to make their worlds normal. But one guy worked out, so you're stuck in a certain area for the invasion. He worked out there's a secret area you can access in that area from an area of outside it. He was unkillable. That also makes sense to me, that like they would learn to balance the worlds a little better as time goes on. So I want to go to the factory real quick. I want to update the map. Giants Badger says, I just don't have time for turn-based games anymore, and it makes me sad. It's just a big commitment, isn't it? Especially like, I mean, that was another thing that I kind of felt about Elden Ring. You know, one thing that it's obviously a plus for many people that it's a long game. But I was just like, I just can't do 100 hours of this. I knew that I was never going to be able to get fully into it. Oh, look, it actually looks kind of good. DS1 also had like a 100-hour game, or like even like, honestly, like 30 hours is about where I top out for... Oh, we should build something there. What's that little scattering of islands? It's about where I top out for like being able to get through a game in a good amount of time while living my life. Well, Stranger of Paradise is only 20 hours. That's a good point. Now that it's dark outside, let me adjust the camera again, because I'm so orange. I'm just, so orange. So orange right now. Let's do it like this. We can go back to the usual jazz, which is like this. That works. I'm still orangey, but it's between this and this. What do you like better? Let's do this. Cool. This is a good exercise in vanity for me. FF7R is 40. That's pushing it. The Scattering of Islands is the top of Kelp. Oh, okay. Oh, fair enough. Never mind. Oh, look at our world. I know we do this a lot, but just like, look at it. The big factory in the middle is like a nice central landmark. And then you've got all the bridges and stuff. The bridges and roads going off to like suggest that there's more outside of this hub. Oh, it's good. There's also a giant hammer in Elden Ring you can slap down and start pushing like a broom, creating fire behind it. Oh, that's a good joke weapon. The broom from Lego Star Wars was like always a good a jokey weapon. I doubt you would play all of Final Fantasy VII Remake, honestly. There's a lot of places to put that game down and never pick it up. We could work on a station. That's a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. Let's work on the station near my house. I think that making it look like the gladiatorial pit is a good idea. Although we might need to go dig up some more sand, but we could do that. Do I have a bunch of stone shovels? Actually, don't. Okay, we can make some. Let's take a look at the station first, and then we'll make a little plan based on what's there. Probably the little plan will be make the walls into sandstone and stuff, but maybe we could put down a little desert art on the floor with carpet or something. Chance Badger says, but if you would be interested, I'd love to see you play the first 30 minutes of the original Reactor Bombing and the corresponding first chapter of the remake. Interesting, just to get that comparison. That is, of course, extremely interesting to me and probably only me. That's alright. Listen. So I was telling, we should do, I want to do things that cater to the audience that we have. That's something that I feel like I decided, this is more navel gazing, so just get ready for it, relatively recently, which is like, I like doing games that try to bring in people, but at the end of the day, I want to do content that is like interesting to people who are watching, right? And that's like what motivated playing Abduction after Myst and stuff, or even checking out something like Elden Ring. Although Elden Ring also was more widely popular. But like I want to try to, when there's an overlap in my interest in games and interest of people who are like in the current, community, that's where I want to aim most of the time. More than, for instance, the opposite. Other ways to do it would be either just playing exclusively what I feel like playing, with total disregard for what anybody else thinks, like when we played Geneforge, or just trying to follow whatever the trend is all the time. Which I would die. I would suffocate if we did that. Rangot says, I'd be interested in watching FF7R if you get to the Femboy Cloud. If you get the Femboy Cloud mod. Okay. Jan Spider says, Soul Foundry and I were very grateful you played Abduction, lol. And Geneforge was good background IMO. Ah, good. Just hearing somebody prattle away while you work on, like, what is it called? When you whittle? When you're like your whittling project, when you're doing that, like a little woodworking project or something, and just me babbling in the background and getting frustrated doing the same fights over and over. Abduction and Myst interested me, but you need longer streams for stuff like Geneforge. That's very true too. The tricky thing with something like that is, also you need so much context for that game. It's a hard game to drop into in the middle and like get an idea of what's going on. It's like, who are these people? What are we doing? What is the setting? What is the scenario? Especially if it's something that is more or less well known. And especially if it's something that's long. It's hard if somebody jumps in. And we had that happen a few times during Geneforge. People would drop in and we were like 25 hours into the game who had never seen it before. And they'd be like, so what's going on? And they're like, okay, so let me start from the beginning. Giant's Bachelor, convince him to play with Femboy Cloud mod. How about the mod with the crop top and the stomach tattoo? The what? Okay, let's go dig up a bunch of sand. The what and where was I? Okay, time to make a bunch of shovels. And then go dig up the beach. I know that's not really how you were saying it, Rango, but Rangoette, but just came to mind. I guess since we're playing it on PC, yeah, we could probably do some mods. Don't say mods like that. Okay. Note to self, don't do that. That is very annoying. And we should be only sort of annoying on this channel. Nah, Femboy mod, better. Looking it up. Okay. Oh, when you're looking it up. Gotcha. We'll see. I do have the OG Final Fantasy on Steam. We could definitely check out the beginning of that. I've told you though why deep in my heart I sort of resent Final Fantasy VII, right? It's an episode from my past. I think I've mentioned this before, which is just that I went over to a friend's house in high school. I'd never been to was it middle school? It might have been middle school. No, please tell us. TMI, but Cloud has a very flat butt. Would rather crop top with abs. Don't do an Italian mod for FF7 Remake, though. IDK, if you know the reference. I am aware of the appearance of a certain Final Fantasy VII character in the Italian legislature. Yes. I am aware of this reference. So anyway, so I went to this kid's house, who I didn't know that well. I'd never been to his house before. And I was there with another dude also. It must have been middle school. And basically, we're at this guy's house, and he found Final Fantasy VII, which had been missing. He'd lost it, like, years ago. And just, like, while we happened to be, like, going through his stuff in his room or whatever, he found Final Fantasy VII, sat down, and just played it for the rest of the time we were at his house, which was, like, hours. So we just sat and watched him play Final Fantasy VII for hours and couldn't compel him to do anything else. Spoiler, he sent Piotr to the FF7 zone. No! Kind of. Lol, sucks. It happens. It's fine. It must have been middle school. He didn't offer you guys to play? No, it was kind of weird. That's like when people want to hang out with me and I just want to play Minecraft. No, that's good as long as you're playing on the server. That's a good impulse. Did I get turned around? I think that I did. I think I'm going back towards the house, but let's see. Is there a big... Oh, maybe not. Oh, I can dig up the sand here. It's not a million sand, but it's a start. Are you looking for sand? Yeah. That is the idea. I can direct you to a beach when you're done here. Okay, cool. Get them to join and tell them there's this cool place to live in the game called Zeldy's Factory. True. You gotta chip in a little bit, but you know, everybody's doing their part in Zeldy's Factory. You just gotta sign these papers to make it official. You don't need to read them too carefully. Don't worry about it. Wage theft is what happens next. Cut to wage theft. Nah, I hang out with normies. Oh, what a mistake. I would never. Normies play Minecraft. Some of them do. I guess it is a relatively... Hello. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to change my socks. Please. Not elderly normies. Also fair. Do-ba-do-do-do-do-do. And normies get unpaid as well. Perfect. This is kind of a lot of sand, right? It's one sand. For all that work, one sand. There's a couple stacks. Hello. Sir? Did you break my hat or pants or something? Probably both. Not my pants. My pants are fine, but everything else is broken. I hate it here. Oh, right, I forgot that the system is if they're on my left side, I'm going back towards the house, and if they're on my right side, the torches, then I'm going away. Just keep following the shore to the right. Okay. Come on, I can get normies in with copies of the plop. Oh, perfect. We gotta work the plop into one of our Game Jam games sometime. Oh, is it? You meant on the other side. Back on the other side of the bridge, though. Right, I see it from here. I'll just go for a swam. You should buy your used magic pants. Oh, there is a big beach here. Okay, I'll do it. I'll pick up the used magic pants. It's like the sisterhood of the traveling used magic pants. They're going all over the world, and now is that what happened in the sisterhood of the traveling pants? I think so. He said, pretending to not be a huge sisterhood of the traveling pants fan. No idea. Then let's say yes. Cake King is about to let all his food out, the coming of the plop. So I was thinking about Cake King. We shouldn't obviously plan too far ahead, because we wouldn't be working on that for like until August, right? The things I'm learning today. But I think a good plot would be that, a good hook would be that Cake King has been kidnapped. Would be a good opening to a next Cake King game. But then obviously, then it seems like everybody at first assumes like, oh, well, obviously he pretended to kidnap himself, right? Because it's Cake King. Sure, Cake King, you've been kidnapped, whatever. But then it starts to look like, oh my god, actually he probably was kidnapped, and we do have to ransom him by collecting food items with equal or greater value compared to the ransom. But then at the end of the game it has to turn out that no, actually he did. It was a double fake out. He did fake his own kidnapping. Again, to test your skills as the royal chef. That's my idea. gushing about the the unwritten Cake King lore. Also in Elden Ring, I met Dung Eater. I've killed many and defiled all their corpses with care. Ew. Everyone is scared of him because he curses them with his seeds to put them in pain and not have a proper death. That is very spooky. I thought he would eat dung, mostly, from the name. I didn't realize he would also do all this other creepy stuff. This is the good content. This is what the people want to see. Digging up a sand dune in Minecraft. With a stone shovel. Like a pro. Say mixed greens. Mixed greens? Mixed greens. Mixed greens. Better twist. We find out partway through that we are getting mixed up with names and stuff, and we're the ones under ransom and gotta work to pay others to free us. I do like that. That is a very good twist. That is appropriately convoluted for the world of Cake King. Yes, that's the kind of twist that I'm interested in. You've got the genre exactly right. Mixed greens. I don't know. It's the chaos sound. You need more community rewards because I'm almost at bear joke levels. I do need. Oh yeah. So I was thinking about things that would be good community awards. One of them would be like, well, so here's the thing. I don't want to do like rent seeking. Where we take things that we used to do for free and turn them into community rewards. But that's kind of the easiest way to come up with them, right? To be like, oh, we'll do a such art painting stream as a community reward. Or we'll do like an AI dungeon stream as a community reward. But taking those like more special, kind of rarer stream types. Oh, yeah. No, those are good. I think that's probably a good way to do it. To be like, we will unlock this kind of special stream. Might be a good way to do it. Don't tell Zephyr though, because they will want to make 24-hour stream unlockable, and I would perish. I just don't have the constitution for it. Rangwat says, you first met the Dung Eater, and he says how you haven't felt the curse yet, and are ignorant of your own ignorance. He then tells us to free his actual body from a cell in the capital sewers, and then you can free him and tell him to leave his cell. A great idea. I will kill more and defile all their corpses with care, cursing them and their children and their children's children for all eternity. No. I guess that's like a classic Dark Souls thing, right? Freeing an NPC who's actually a dick. Or like 1 million... Piotr will play your game recommendation. I will save up for Kingdom Hearts. That's not a bad idea. We'd have to have rules to make it like... Well, so one of the things that I liked about having about community goals is that you can add a little bit to them at a time, right? Like, instead of having to quietly save up forever. But maybe there's a way we could do it. I'll think about it. I'll sit down tonight. After this tonight, I'll make some new community goals. And maybe game recommendation would be a good one. Although I worry a little bit. Let me think about it. Let me think about the right way to do that. We could do like a new game Wednesday recommendation. So new community goals and also just... Yeah, so new community goals and also just new redemptions. Yes, yeah. Yeah, we should do that. We should refresh those. All right, we have a buttload of sand. Hello. And if you help the Dung Eater, that's why you have to make it outrageously expensive. True. Right, so only the true believers could possibly stand to redeem it. I see torches. True believers is such a good thing to call... Sorry, just thinking about Stan Lee. Right, because that's what he used to say in, like, the old Spider-Man comics. He'd say, like, greetings, true believers. And I think referring to your fan base as true believers is pretty awesome. This is going away from the town. Ringbot says, if you help the Dung Eater, he says, and then it hit me. You are me, and I am the Dung Eater? Anyway, if you do this, becoming Elden Lord at the end, you bring in the Age of Despair. You can literally get a Dung ending. Oh, the Dung ending. That is funny. Ooh, multiple endings. That's a good game to have multiple endings in. Elden Ring, that is. This is taking me back, right? Okay, so I think those are two good suggestions. So we'll do a community goal for like a special stream. Although I think it's a mistake to have multiple community goals running at the same time, I found out. So maybe we'll just pick one and put it there. And I'll try to think of some more regular redeemables as well. The default ones I find very boring. The default ones are things, or the ones like they suggest are like, oh, play this part blindfolded. It's like, seems like a gimmick. Seems like a gimmick. Rengbot says, Dung eating was funny and scary, and also what I said, it isn't a twist. He tells you multiple times, and others tell you how bad he is in his plans, but IDK, you can free him if you want. Giant Spider says, I don't think it's a mistake, honestly. Oh? I guess what I should say is, I think it's a mistake to have one goal which is obviously better than the other. Oh, the blindfold thing is a speedrunning thing. Okay. Like, we had the mustache goal and the other goal that nobody cared about. The Great Gatsby thing. And it was like, obviously, one of these is the one that you should donate your points to. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe if there are multiple goals, they need to be better balanced. And there's guys... I care about that goal. Rude. Oh, sorry. Oh, I actually did think that nobody liked that one. And there's a guy who sells boiled prawns and crabs in Elden Ring, and they're very good. They increase defense. We met a giant crab. I fought some giant crabs, and then I fought some other giant crabs who looked the same but seemed stronger. I don't know. There were a lot of crabs. What did I do? I have sand. Let's go to sleep. Let's take a sand nap. Okay, so this is what we'll do. This will be my little plan. I will put a bunch of community goals up, and we'll just see what happens. We'll see how it goes. Mr. Sandman! Mr. Sandman, sand me a sand. Great Gatsby, I'd so put points to. Okay, well, we'll put it back. We'll put it back. It was for like chapter 1, I think, which, by the way, gonna be long. You're gonna take a long time to record even that. Can you imagine if it turns out that the Great Gatsby like constantly says mixed greens over and over? And it's just like my worst nightmare. Great Gatsby, secretly my voice acting kryptonite. The extended mixed green salad scene. Fine. Alright, we'll throw a bunch of stuff at the wall and see what sticks. For the goals. I'm happy to try that. There's also giant lobsters in Elden Ring and magic crabs who drop giant heads shaped like famous professors' heads in the game. And all the magic people wear them? That is... It's very creative. Alright, let's take another... Oh, let's actually... We could use the green wool for this, too. I have almost a stack. And for some reason, that's full of... I guess I put all the dirt and stuff that I was digging out of the gladiator hole there. Pit fighter hole. What time it is? Cool. And in the paintings, you see the famous professors actually did have giant heads. Oh, what a twist. Alright, let's go take a look at this train station. Although I do like the mossy stone entrance. If you put your points in int, does it make your head bigger? Oh, it should. Let's just do this first. This is like when you're vacuuming and you do the part where you have to move the furniture first. Is that how you do it? Is that how people vacuum? I don't know. Giant Spatula says, oh, sorry, Rengowitz says, Giant Spatula, unfortunately not. You can, no, you can wear your giant head mask / helms. Oh, okay, so you can have a big head, though. It remains an option. That's good. Oh, hey, there's a whole world down here. Pickaxe? Wood? Shoot. I'm gonna bring a crafting table with me. There's also a snail who summons spirits in the game, which I find pretty funny. It's a good concept. Man, I didn't really run into enough of that really wacky stuff. It's all demi-humans. And bandits and soldiers when I played. Where were they hiding? All that good stuff. I guess we saw invisible minotaurs. And also giant crab. Giant crab was about as wacky as it got. Oh wait, you know what this shouldn't be? Well, this can be sandstone, but the rest should just be sand. There's also a hat that is just a ball of octopuses on your head. It's not bad. I do love an octopus. I said I was checking what time it was, but I did not retain the information of what time it was at all. Okay, cool. Plenty of time. Do. It's good. We're working on a lot of, you know, laborious, labor-intensive, but important projects here in Minecraft today. It's kind of relaxing. What was in here again? Ow. Rengwet says, Limgrave I think was a bit lame. If you play it off stream again, I'd recommend heading east to a place where the land is infected with scarlet mushrooms and flowers called Celiad. Or Celiad. Okay. It has puppets and dogs and crows with giant heads. That seems all cool. Okay, right. That does sound very wacky. I could definitely get into that. Okay, so actually we gotta go... Yeah, I guess like this. Let's... Just because we've got to make sure we can put the sand down without it falling. And what's over here? Ah, nothing. Okay, cool. So we're doing the floor first. And my idea for the floor is I want it to be sand, but with like a cool pattern of green wool down too. Since we have all this lime green wool, good lord. Let's You also get the gargoyles dog and cat heads. Like an ugly stone dog or cat. I'm interested. You have my attention. Help. I fall in a hole. Damn you, gravity. Okay. This is probably going to happen one more time here. Yep. Okay. Called it. And a giant scarab beetle as a hat. Oh, so many good hats. Having good hats, I think, can improve a game a lot. Or like really good cosmetics in general. Oh, maybe we should play Code Vein. I played some of that. I actually really liked that game. That's like the anime Dark Souls, where the character creator is a little intense. You can do, holy smokes, a lot. I made my character be Seto Kaiba in that game from Yu-Gi-Oh! But, oh, the game was pretty good. I liked it. Okay, so lime wool. I'm thinking like I'm gonna take down this sign, but we'll put it back up. What does it say? Future market station line. Okay. I like the prisoner hat you started with though. It looks so weird and wacky and truly torturous. Oh, the one that's like all sealed up. It is a little spooky. I do kind of like that. Like this. One boss in Elden Ring is also a giant man, like huge, and he rides this old-looking tiny mule. No, poor little mule. Oh. That is fun. I always like that kind of trope of one character who's like proud and mighty and strong, and then they have a helper or a servant or a steed or whatever who's like incredibly put upon. Like a little mule, a little sad mule. It's a good one. It's a good one. It is explained he used gravity magic, and it says he only learnt it at a young age to never ride his mule. Oh, okay. Well, if it's gravity magic to make it, you know, safe and comfortable for the mule, I suppose that's okay. The only thing is, I'm realizing this doesn't really look like the pit very much. Now that I'm actually doing this. Which is maybe fine. Because the pit doesn't use the green wool. It's fine. This boss also jumps up partway through the fight and comes crashing down as a meteor. That fight seems like at first just some big swordsman, and then it goes off the rails. Oh, the fake out. Oh, that is fun. I want to have fun playing Elden Ring. That's my current stance on that. Nope. Shoot, I don't have enough sand. Really? Dang. Is there more sand at the house? It also has a cool fight as you summon an army of NPCs to fight alongside you and can ride your horse. You also summon a giant pot man. Oh, I think I saw the giant pot man in one of the trailers, right? I sort of remember him. In the like gameplay demo or gameplay trailer that they did before the demo, maybe. I recall this. Do I have more sand? Oh, hell yes I do. Perfect. Great. No problem. And even more sandstone, a little bit. Which, I don't think we have enough sandstone, but it's a start. Let's eat potato. Hum, 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 hum. I love the pot men. They also drop meat dumplings, which the description says not recommended for those who like to know where their meat comes from. Man, what is it with the... Death's Door also had like a pot man in it. Something about that genre just makes people want to put a pot on a guy's head. IDK. I just DKY. Oh, this looks okay. Not great, but okay. Are we gonna run out of sand again? Oh no! I always forget how much material you actually need to cover a big area. It's multiplicative. No, we got it. We got it. We're good. Zelda also has a pot man. Something about these sword and shield adventure-y games just make people want to have pot mans. It is a mystery. Ooh. Yeah. Let's make some sandstone steps. 1, 2. This is not going to work. 1, 2, 3. Easy. 4, 5, 6. Easy, easy, easy. 7, 8, 9, 10-ish, 11, 12-ish? 12-ish. Very difficult to count that. Other wacky enemies, there's a Perfumer's enemy, and TBH one of the best summons for you if you find it. They give you a shield to stop you taking damage for a hit when you first summon them, and have good mid-range attacks. Very nice. And you can use perfume bottles as weapons full of what you find. Oh, cool. So you can use them to, like, spray mace at people? 12 is going to be, like, 1 short, but let's do 12. I can feel it in my bones. This is going to be somehow not quite enough. I'm going to have miscounted. We'll be like 1 short. Although I'm hopeful that I've double counted. But let's see. 1, 2. This would have been a smarter way to do this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my god. He's only gone and done it. Let's not have an inventory that's totally full all the time, forever. That would be a good starting place here. Maybe I can get rid of some of my garbage in this tunnel. Bones? No. Sign? Yes, I do need that still. Seeds? No. Okay, that should be enough for now. We'll get another space free when we put down all these sandstone steps. I'll address that in a second. YCOA. Hey, I'm Death91. Welcome. Hey, can I play? We usually wait until we know people a little better. Sorry, but welcome to the stream. Rengot says, you could get to the cave at the end, which was filled with people who turned into sludges of rocks when killed. Seems be cool. I did get to the cave at the end, which was filled with... Oh, I don't think I saw them turning into sludges of rocks, did I? Maybe. We're talking about Elden Ring a little bit, which I was playing this week, but which I failed to super get into. It's probably the nicest way possible to say it. Whereas the reality is, I raged the whole time. Oh, this should really be smooth sandstone, eh? Listen, my friends keep making fun of me because they got into a server, but I haven't. Sorry to hear that. It's a bummer. Cool, that's looking good. We should do sandstone all on the sides here too, eh? Shoot. Do like this? A bit of a problem. Regwat says, I'm Death91. This isn't really the place for getting a big server. It's just a small community. Also, they don't sound like good friends. Oh my god. I guess it could be gentle ribbing among friends. Potentially. But yeah, this isn't like TBH. This is not like a big, cool people Minecraft server. I feel comfortable saying that. This is pretty much a wildly unpopular channel. Let's just do regular sandstone for all the roof. Ah, it should be smooth. Well, those are... that's probably a step, right? Oh, hello. Yeah, that's why it looks like that. Of course, it was a sandstone step. Okay. Let's go put away some of the stuff we don't need. This is where you go to work in my coal mines. No, no. Not the coal mines. Oh man, lots to do down here. Basically all these walls. This is fine. I'm okay with this being a stone button still. Ooh, what do we do about that? Oh my god, genius. Problem solver. Wow. You know what? I don't hate it. Let's get a couple of torches down here. And we can let this go back to stone again, like as soon as you get out. I think that's fine. Yeah, we're going to need even more sand. I underestimated just how sandy this project was going to be. Rankwet says, I was thinking of opening a path inside the factory into the mines. Seems pretty cool. And convenient. Looks good there. So let's just turn all the sandstone into smooth sandstone. I'm assuming Death 91 is gone. Maybe so. Yeah. Perhaps so. It's probably fine. That is okay. I mean, it's just, we're just not that kind of channel, right? Yeah. That's part of why it's so small. Just partly. We do a million other things wrong too. It's okay. We don't need to navel gaze any more than the huge amount that we already have today. So I'm thinking like... that looks almost good. Oh look, I mined some copper by accident. Excellent work playing Minecraft. Oh, this is kind of coming together. MTA employees only. Yes, makes sense. MTA is the organization, I guess, that does the New York subway. This definitely is more to those who like our place and channel, as it is pretty weird. Agreed, yeah. Yeah. I was thinking about the other day, okay, so even more navel gazing, we're doing it. I was looking at the YouTube stats, and I was like, I wonder what, like, if I could do something with the YouTube channel, the archive channel, to make it more of a vector for people to find Twitch. Because right now it's not. Right now it's just strictly a stream archive. I don't think, there's one person, shout out to Sleepy Z, who I know personally, who watches the YouTube channel, because they just prefer to watch that way compared to Twitch. But other than that, nobody's finding this channel or anything through it. And I was trying to think about, like, is there something we could do to make those more watchable or something? But I was just like, no. no, there's no way we're gonna turn these streams into good YouTube videos. I just don't think is a possibility. What did they say? MTA employees only? Edited videos is a better way. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I just don't know. You know, I'd have to hire like an editor, right? I don't have. That's not a skill that I have. MTA employees only. Yeah. But you're definitely right. They, like YouTube, yeah, edited is a place for edited videos. And like I think the audience of people looking for a stream on YouTube where somebody just babbles away the whole time is probably quite limited. Is it true that I don't know how to do video editing? people are engaged in the long stuff, if it's them directly involved a lot, like chat. Right. But YouTube videos, people just want to see the best stuff. Totally makes sense. Yeah. And I think I think that's basically where I landed. Is like there's no shortcut here to like make these streams watchable. Yeah, without doing some kind of major surgery on them. I've done a little bit of video editing for like animation stuff, but I don't really know. I wouldn't know what I was doing, and it would take a ton of time. And this channel, I mean, if we're gonna spend a ton more time on this channel, I'd rather stream more. IMO. TBH. Okay, we need more sand. Do I have a bunch of shovels? I do. Let's go to sleep, and then we'll go out and dig up some more beaches. Boom. Let's do some digging. Oh, hey, something just perished over there. Let's also drop off some of the garbage we have here, like the cobblestone. No, I'll keep that sand. Perfect. And yeah, it's fine. Put this cobblestone away too. My kingdom for oh, there was such a good mod that I used to play with where they had compacted cobblestone. So you would like put 9 cobblestone into a crafting table and it would make a single block, and you could repeat that over and over to make like exponentially more densely packed cobblestone. Which was mostly for storage, but also like really densely packed cobblestone was very explosive resistant, so it kind of had a use to, if you like packed it really tight, it was like obsidian basically. I miss that. I miss some of the container blocks. Just being able to put items that you get a lot of into storage blocks, and ideally be able to combine storage blocks into smaller and smaller, or you know what I'm trying to say. Blocks that are carrying more and more stuff. More sand. Okay, so if I remember correctly, we gotta go up here, and then on our right, yeah, after this turn, we'll be able to find the beach. Hello. Did he give us any leather? Oh, sure, perfect. I'll take it. I wouldn't kick a leather shirt out of bed. Wait, not here. Quick improvement would be to grab a good screenshot from the stream for the thumbnail. People pick the cool looking moment over a random screenshot. Yeah, that's a good point. So I use the ones that YouTube basically recommends 3 shots. And the interesting thing I've noticed is that it's always me laughing. Like if I laugh at all during a stream, that picture will be a recommended screenshot. And then the other one is if a character's face is on camera in a major way. Like they'll do the close-up of somebody's face also. Is the other thing that gets picked a lot. It's kind of interesting. Just goes to show. And I've heard that before, right? That like people click on faces, and like obviously there's the YouTube thumbnail face of somebody like or whatever. But it's cool that they can pick that out algorithmically. Yeah, every screenshot I get recommended as the thumbnail is me going like eyes closed laughing. Go over there, dig up that beach. Rainworld had the best, but that's because Rainworld is beautiful in so many screens. That does help, yeah, to have like... I mean, when we were playing like... what's a game that doesn't have very good screenshots at all? Like Transistor was one where like... It was, you know, all the screenshots kind of look the same. Or, I don't know, some other games too, I'm sure. like when we do strategy games, there's no good thumbnails. Yeah, that's a good point. We could do just a little work to make the thumbnails better. Might help there. It's just, it's so hard to be, the discoverability on Twitch is so tough, right? You really, I mean, there's obviously more we could be doing there as well. But I kind of have been thinking about, like, is there more we could do on YouTube, a platform where it's easier for people to find new content? But kind of not with my skill set. Another good stream to do sometime soon is AI Dungeons. That stream had me laughing so much. That's a good idea. I want to do that again. Yeah. We should put that. We should make that a community reward. That's a really good idea. That was a ton of fun too. And new people found it. That's also, since we're talking about it, one of the most watched videos we did on YouTube. Although also there was like released on Halloween, and we called it like Spooky Halloween Mystery, but which I think helped. But yeah, we could do some more Titus Crow, or we could do something else. Crying Suns is especially up there for boring thumbnails. Every screen, yeah. Especially potential for some good ones with like the captain or big moments. I think that you're exactly correct there. I mean, Crying Suns also. People, yeah, that was the one where like people would come into the game and it always looks the same every time you join the stream. I loved that game though, but yeah, not very visually, not a lot of visual variety. MM is also one of the most watched now, probably because one of the nicher but cult followed Zeldas. I bet you're right. Yeah, which is too bad. I feel bad, honestly. I felt this putting up the Elden Ring videos too. I was like, I feel kind of bad putting up videos from a playthrough where I end up not enjoying the game and quitting. Just seems kind of annoying. Like, cause like if we weren't streaming it, you wouldn't make a video like that for YouTube, right? You wouldn't make a video like, I try out Majora's Mask and it's not really for me, and so we stop after 15 hours or whatever. You would never do that. That's not content. That's not good content. But it's fine. Again, think of the YouTube as, MM, you were so close to the end as well. Oh, really? For some reason, I thought I was like halfway through. Maybe I was closer to the end than I thought. I obviously don't know, because I haven't completed the game before. Left side is going back. Yeah. Anyway, if you think of the YouTube as just being like, Google Drive, just a place to store the old streams in case we ever want to go look back at them for something like the New Year's stream that we did or whatever, then it's probably fine. A lot of people have been quitting Elden Ring and not digging it, actually. It's got a mixed bag of reactions. I could see that. Well, for a lot of people, you mentioned that it's a lot of people's first Souls-like, right? After that dungeon you were in, it was the final region? Oh, interesting, in Majora's Mask. I didn't realize I was that close. Still, I couldn't have finished that water dungeon. Not with that controller. No way. But you'd probably want to do more side quests. Oh, okay. Right, so if you were beelining through the game, I get you. Then we could have gotten to an end screen, soonish. But it's not really the complete experience, so to speak. Is this enough sand? Do we need more sand than this? It's kind of not enough sand. Let's go get some more. Sand hunters. Oh, there's some. Oh, this is where we were before. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, look, sand cave. Love digging sand in Minecraft and making a whole bunch of generated sand fall down. It's one of these things that's just very, very cathartic. Just feels good. Especially if you get like a big, cave covered with sand or something. Love that. Oh man, I'm gonna be out of shovels soon. Really? Alright, we're gonna punch a tree down and make a crafting table. Do. Axe? Perfect. They're like a small tree that I can strategically take out without touching a bunch of other trees. Perfect. Oh, hey, look, a turtle. Wow. Hello, turtle. Elden Ring even got some bad reactions from Souls veterans. Oh, really? That surprises me more. One of the most disliked aspects, but also loved by others, is the lack of directions. And Elden Ring comparatively gave too many directions or not? Oh, this is why I was supposed to have cobblestone with me. I get it. I am loving the lack of directions. It means I find stuff more naturally, especially helped by how a lot of the main stuff is hidden in all corners of the world. I see, but for some people, it's not what they want as much. Okay, well, that'll give us 2 more shovels at least. So stingy in Minecraft. Using stone shovels, what is this? This is like me in real life. I would absolutely, if Minecraft was real life, I would absolutely be the guy using stone shovels. This is 100% how I live my real life. Very, very frugally, let's say, so that I don't have to call myself cheap. Alright, we'll fight monsters all night here on the beach, that's fine. Well, not enough for them. See, it starts out with more, but then quickly it's like, IDK, find it, got it. Right, so after a short... Whereas I suppose for, like, kind of the Metroidvania style, or, you know, from what I hear about the style of the other games, it's more like... There's just less possible directions to go, I guess. Right, where a road would fork before, maybe, now you could go 50 different directions. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I hope that's coming across sort of as coherent. It's a bigger deal to not be given direction in an open world game compared to like a Metroidvania style, is I guess what I'm trying to say. One way or the other, whether you like it or you don't like it, it's more emphasized. Coming along. Hello. A lot of sand this episode. Should come up with a good sand pun for the next one. Rangot says, for me, I never got it. I love an open world to just explore and don't need directions. Breath of the Wild got this similar dislike by some. For me, I love DS1 and others for the lack of directions and markers they gave. It let you just explore, but other players played them with more of an open every corner of an area. Hey, hello! I'm gonna say Karmic Evac. Karmic Evac. What's up? Not much. We're collecting a bunch of sand right now. Not the most scintillating stuff. For a subway station that we're trying to decorate with sandstone. So it's just digging up a lot of sand at the moment. And Rangoet says, and I'm also chatting with Rangoet about Elden Ring, which I played a little bit of last week and the week before, but I didn't really get into. But it seems like it's sounding like I didn't get to a lot of the parts that I might have liked more. How long have you been streaming? Ooh, good question. I've been streaming since, I guess really streaming since January 2021. So a little over, what, call it like a year and 3 months maybe? Something like that. Slow and steady. Rangoet says, I feel Dark Souls 1 and Elden Ring are most similar in this aspect. Well, like, as I went, it got more linear, and I feel like newer fans were less adventurous than DS1. We can give him a tour when we get back. Yeah, absolutely. I'll show you the whole... Yeah, we're out in the wilderness right now, just digging sand, but I'll show you the whole server we got. That's actually a good idea. Once this shovel breaks, let's go back and do that, because it's also getting kind of spooky at night here. So the other thing that I almost did yesterday, let me just tell you stories of things that I didn't do. The other thing that I almost did yesterday when we weren't streaming, since we weren't streaming, was I thought about, oh, that's great. Yeah. I thought about digging out my PS3 and trying Demon Souls again. I was like, maybe I would like Demon Souls, but I bet not. By the way, maybe I can help you out with your Twitch designs. Check out some of my work on Discord if you want. That's all right. I know that what we do here is pretty off meta. I'm sure there's a lot of room for improvement, but it's kind of the way that I like it. But thank you for the offer. I appreciate it. All good, man. If I was being serious about this, thanks. Have a great game. All right. See you later. Anyway, yeah, I was thinking about playing some Demon Souls, but then I was like, it was this whole thing where I was like, oh, instead of playing Demon Souls, I should play Disgaea 2. And then I became paralyzed with the possibility of playing a bunch of different games and thinking about setting up the PlayStation 3, and it just didn't happen. It just didn't get it together to play video games. One of those days. Alright, let's go start plugging some of this stuff in. Oh, it is actually kind of cool coming up on our little area. You can it's so well filled out. I'm loving this. And because we've got from the pit all the way, and then you've got the tower and the factory, the thing going to the factory. You can see a little bit of the sky train back there. The Tower of Babel is peering up over everything else, and you can start seeing some of Spatula's place. I'm really pleased, just with the slow growth over time of the server. I know that we say that a lot, but I don't know, it warms my heart. Rangot says, so in Elden Ring, there are demigods to kill. So after you kill one, Sir Gideon in the Round Table tells you, so this is the location of 4 others. But then later he tells you there are 4 others with unknown locations. And yeah, you got to really dig deep for those people. Especially helped by fake out bosses. I'm thinking of adding floating towers someday above the town. Ooh, that would be very cool. I see. So right. So at first, right. So the game really does get less and less kind of directed over time, it sounds like. So we can leave this as mossy cobblestone, but then we'll make this be sandstone in here. Because I like this being a mossy cobblestone outside. I think that actually looks really good with the lantern on it and everything. Am I going to need to make more pickaxes? I am. Okay. Connect to the factory in the Tower of Babel. Oh, I see what you mean. So do you mean wait. This is what I'm thinking of. Let me show you. Let's open up Microsoft Edge for this important task. Hold up. Go into Microsoft Edge, everybody's favorite browser. So when you say floating towers, I'm thinking of the little things connecting to Dracula's tower in Castlevania. These. Switch. And my microphone still works? Now I know that I always have to check that, because sometimes we switch tabs and it doesn't work. Dracula Castle, Castlevania. I'm thinking of this little thing. These little spires that come off and are kind of floating. That's not actually a good example of what I'm thinking of. The ones that look like, oh, I lost the chat. Hold up. Oh no, come back. Please. Okay. I'm thinking of these things. This here is kind of what I'm thinking of. Also in Elden Ring, the capital halfway through it, let's go back, is an entire area which is like a Metroidvania style dungeon, and I like it. Also, it's sewers, which seem small at first, keep going and going and going, and then you realize it's this big open non-linear dungeon. Oh man, a facade, if you will, of simplicity. Yeah, but more. Okay, cool. That'd look cool. Start filling out the skyscape a little bit more. I do like that a lot. It's a hard thing to really pull off, I think. but to have like an area that, especially in an open world game, seems really simple at first, and then you go, oh my god, like they did that really well with the big elevator that we went down, right? Where it was like, okay, I'll go down into this little round building. Oh, it's taking me down. There's probably going to be like a little crypt or something below. But oh no, my god, it's a whole world down here. It seems like that's something that they've really nailed in Elden Ring. Is making you have that feeling. Okay, now pickaxe is. Getting a lot of weird, just a lot of very motivated people stopping into chat. I shouldn't say weird. Let's say people with strong agendas stopping into chat today. Kind of interesting. The guy who wanted to join a Minecraft server, seemingly any Minecraft server. And then also the the guy who's trying to advertise his Twitch design stuff. Kind of interesting. I guess just because Minecraft is such a commonly played game, but we haven't really seen that much before now. We get the bots, of course. You know, do you want to be famous? But not so much actual people stopping in. So we'll replace this whole wall with smooth sandstone. We'll put the torches back up in just a second. Let's make that smooth sandstone. Let's make a disappointing amount of smooth sandstone. How's the station going? It's coming along. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, let me show you what we've got. Oh, looks nice. Yeah, we use some of the green wool just because we're never going to make enough green wool. Oh, shit. We forgot one. Let me go get the green wool again. I'm never going to make enough green wool to actually make a football field. It's just like a mathematically ridiculous proposal. So we're trying to find a different use for it instead. I'm back from picking up dinner. Ooh, delish. I gotta eat something at some point. To give you a sense of scale, there's a hole in the sewers that leads into one of those small catacomb dungeons. Ooh. It's always weird. Welcome back! Yeah! It's always weird trying to figure out how to eat. When to eat on a 6 to 10 stream. I usually just eat a big lunch. My vague idea was to color code the various lines and stations. Oh, but I didn't get that far. Uh-oh. Is green the color of this station? Uh-oh. Wait. How have I effed this up so hard? Stream making dinner. That's not a bad idea. Actually, so there was that guy who stopped into a few of our streams, Whitting Mouse. He did a stream, I think for his birthday maybe, or just for like some event, where he cooked pasta, and he's Italian, so it was kind of a treat. Even though it was a very simple pasta. Green is perfect, thank you. Okay, nice. Cooking with Piotr B. This has also been turned into a shunning grounds. A blood ritual? That seems pretty serious. What would I even cook? I don't know. I mean, what did I eat today? This is what everybody wants to know. Well, you can tell me. Maybe you all can tell me what you ate today. I ate cereal, and then a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and an apple. And that has been all the nutrition I've gotten today. For dinner later, I'm thinking quinoa in mushroom soup. So that's slightly more healthy. What would we cook, though? If I did cooking with Piotr B, God, it would be like... I don't even know. I don't even know what I would cook. Unfortunately, this time Elden Ring doesn't have a boss made from dung, even if there is a dung eater. The implication here is that games before have... Oh, like Conker's Bad Fur Day. You could cook your fail bread again. That was pretty funny. Although even that was like from a kit, basically. What kind of cereal? Unwise bird, I'm glad you asked. I had granola, even though, as I've gotten older, granola, if I eat too much of it, makes me feel a little sick to my stomach afterward. But I still like it, and so I still eat it. Cook your viewers! Of course, we could have a roast. That'd be a terrible idea. We should not... I do not have the emotional resilience to be roasted, nor would I be able to roast anybody else. Do you think the dung eater would eat the great mighty... the big mighty poop? I guess he probably would. It would definitely be a fight for the ages. That's all I can say for sure. The fail bread, what's extra embarrassing is it was basically made from a kid. Ah, granola is adult cereal. Yes, yes, yes. Why are you a streamer then? As far as I know, we bully you constantly. Oh, because I don't have the emotional resilience to be roasted. It actually, I mean, it's a skill. I think that it's something that I'm better at. I was so embarrassed to be on camera at the beginning, genuinely. I still am sometimes, but I'm much more comfortable with it now, definitely, than when I started. So maybe you can learn emotional resilience through streaming, but mostly, I don't know. Also, most of the things that you guys tease me about are legitimate things I already knew about myself. You know. I still will never be over Newt saying you look like a math teacher. Listen, I get it. Listen, if you all want to learn math, don't learn it from me, because in college I got very bad grades in all my math classes. This is true. I had a professor who had taught my brother previously. This is 100% true. And he, on the first day, he recognized my last name, because my last name is a little unusual. And he said, "Oh, are you so-and-so's brother?" And I was like, "Yes." And he was like, "Oh, he used to be a teaching assistant for this class. If you're anything like him, I'd love to offer you that job too." And then after like a week of taking the class, he never brought it up again. It's like... He was like, "No, wait a minute. You are not as good at math as your brother was." Oh, but CS fundamentals with Piotr are so good. That's fun. I enjoy doing CS fundamentals stuff, talking about trees and graphs and stuff. Oh man. That was the same math teacher who on the first day, so this is the first day he was of class, he was wearing rubber gloves. And he was like, "So I know that math teachers make it a bit of a thing to try to seem the weirdest on the first day of class, but genuinely I have a chalk allergy." So so the thing is, he wore rubber gloves because he was allergic to the chalk, but it was just funny to peel back the curtain and learn that math teachers or math professors compete to be the weirdest on the first day is a thing which I believe might actually be true. Cracking the coding interview with Piotr. I don't know. So when I did coding interviews at my last job, when I was in California, I worked with a recruiter. And after I'd done a few interviews, she said to me, she was like giving me advice on like, interviews moving forward. She was like, "You should really focus on your personality. It's really a strength for you," which I think is like, if you go on a date with if somebody goes on a date with somebody and you're like, "Oh, what were they like?" You say, "Oh, they had a great personality." I think it's a similar thing. I'm the great personality. I'm the he has a great personality of coders. Oof, chalk allergy sounds hard. I mean, they should have got him a whiteboard also. They could have helped him out a little bit. But yeah, I think it was a legitimate thing. That's the baffling part to me, is that they didn't like make any special accommodation for him. I think most programmers just don't have a personality. Maybe so. Well, I conduct interviews too sometimes, I do coding interviews, and I do think that a lot of people try to play this tragically born without one. Well, a lot of people try to play to the same meta, which is to just seem very smart, right? They're like, "I want you to, after interviewing me, I want you to think this person was very smart, they know everything about whatever." And it leads sometimes to people seeming very arrogant, especially if people are incorrect about things. And in an effort to seem smart, they dig in their heels. That's happens sometimes and is pretty shocking. And so I think there's a lot of space to do literally anything other than that in order to stand out during an interview. I usually give them a pass if they can make me laugh. It's a good policy. Somebody will else. Yeah, if it's a screening interview, just be like, this person's worth talking to. Did I tell you about the time that I interviewed at Google, and I had a horrible time. Horrible process. Took forever, and they kept effing things up. But in particular, the thing that they effed up was the first time I did an on-site interview. Interviewing really is like dating, though, I guess. I guess so? I don't know. I feel good at interviewing. That seems like a pretty major difference. The first on-site that I went on, they had me scheduled for some reason for a machine learning researcher loop, like interview loop. So right, so when you at the risk of telling everybody listening things that they already know, but just to be helpful if you don't know about interviewing for programming jobs, typically you do like some kind of a coding thing over the phone first, where you work in like Google Docs basically, and do some little coding puzzles or questions or whatever. And then they bring you on site to do a whole bunch of interviews afterwards. It'll be like between 4 and 6 interviews. There'll be some coding and some conversations and some other stuff. Anyway, so they bring me to the on-site, which is like 5 or 6 interviews. And it's tailored for somebody who is a machine learning researcher. And literally the first conversation that I had was with somebody who was like a PhD who had that job and who's, in that interview they were supposed to assess my machine learning skills, which is something that I don't know anything about. It is absolutely not my area of expertise. I have no idea why they put me on that loop. I'm sure it was just a clerical error. But so I'm in this interview with this guy, and right away I'm like, I really don't think I'm supposed to be talking to you. And he's like, well, it's fine. You know what? It sounds like you're right. It sounds like maybe this isn't the job that you were supposed to be interviewing for. But let's just make good use of this time. So just tell me everything that you know about machine learning. I was like, okay. So this is Bayes' theorem, and that's the end of what I know about machine learning. Which is like the first. If you take a machine learning class, Bayes' theorem is what they will teach you on the first day. So anyway, it was horrible. I had to have a conversation with somebody on a topic about which I was totally ignorant, and I was absolutely wasting this person's time. Yeah, horrible time. And so they invited me back for another round of interviews, and they wanted me to come back for another round of interviews after that, and I told them no. I had accepted another job by then, and I was like, I'm not coming back. If you guys can't figure out if you want to hire me after 11 interviews, I don't want to work there. Rengot says, also a great item in Elden Ring, that flask you can put your own buffs in. Oh yeah, the one we picked up in the last stream. You can put one in that makes you explode, turning you into a kamikaze. Abilities where you explode are a favorite of mine. I was like playing in Awesomenauts. There's a big guy you can play who has an ability where he explodes himself. He was one of my faves. That sounds like Google. I mean, the other thing about interviewing at Google, you know what? I'm never going to try to work there. The other thing about interviewing with Google is that all the people I talked to were like very arrogant. Not everybody. Actually, the machine learning guy was actually pretty nice. And he like obviously understood that he was like very understanding of the fact that I was not supposed to be talking to him. And like tried to like use the time to kind of teach me about machine learning in the end, which was sort of fun. But other people a lot of the people working there were real jerks. One guy came in and handed me a piece of paper handed me a question printed on a piece of paper, and then sat down and opened up his laptop and just started doing something else. And I was just like, I didn't say anything because you've got to be polite, in an interview. But I was just thinking like, why do you think that you're here? To hand me a coding problem and then go do something else? Can you be a creeper in Minecraft? There used to be a good mod for transforming into creepers and stuff, where like once you had killed a monster, you could turn into it, and it played nicely. They'd written it in a nice generic way where it played nicely with other mods, so you could do like You could go kill a big, cool, modded Minecraft monster and then be able to turn into it after that. Ringo says, but I heard bad stuff in general about working at Google. You can get a creeper ahead. Oh, true. That is true. We're creeper. Based on the moon. True. Where's the Minecraft moon? I guess the Minecraft moon does have phases, right? I've seen this. Where are you, moon? Where are you, babe? There. See, it's a little moon right now. That was also the one. Also interviewing at Google. I had an interview. It was my last interview of the day. The first time that I went there, out of the 3 proposed times, and at the end of the interview, the guy just like kept talking. Because like usually you do, so you go, you like, they introduce themselves, you do a coding problem, and then they give a little time at the end if you have questions about like the company. Is pretty typical. But he used that time at the end to just talk about himself and went on and on and on and on and on, 20 minutes past the end of the interview. Basically in response to, I asked him a question about like why he was working at Google, because he mentioned that he had liked working at startups and started up his own business previously and stuff. So I was like, oh, so why are you working at Google if you want to be starting your own business and working at small startups and stuff? And he literally said to me, this is somebody who is trying to help recruit people working at Google. He said, well, there's going to be a major economic downturn in the next 2 years, so I wanted to work somewhere where I felt like I had a lot of job security. I was like, such an arrogant thing to say, just to state that there's going to be an economic downturn in the next 2 years, which there wasn't. But also, that is the worst answer. If somebody asks you why you are working at the company that you're working at, I can't imagine a dumber thing to say. Anyway, Google also has a company town. That sounds horrible. Really dystopian. Agreed. Yeah. Well, I used to work at a company like that, where they... I mean, not like, you don't like live there, but they have like... At least he was honest? I guess so. He thought... This is somebody who thought they were very smart and just loved to hear themselves talk. I guess it's good that they was... Yeah. It was shocking. Anyway. Now I'm that guy. Now it's me. I'm talking on and on and on about stuff that nobody cares about. I was gonna say, I used to work at a company like that, where they had like a gym and you know, cafeteria and stuff on site, and they brought you to work every day with special buses and stuff. It was very weird and bad. I didn't like it. Sounds like he found his people. Seemingly so. Seemingly so. I have one more thing. The other thing is that I had asked one interviewer about work-life balance at Google. And so between interview rounds, the recruiter from Google gave me feedback. I still think you have a nice voice, though. Oh, thank you. Apropos of nothing, shucks. Oh, yeah, so the recruiter from Google, the person who was like arranging the interviews and stuff, went through the feedback from the first round of interviews when they were calling me back. Oh, or just liking to hear yourself talk. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, yes. I got you. And one of the things he raised, he was like, one person said in their feedback about you that you asked about work-life balance, and they said it sounded like you were trying to find some kind of an easy way out. And I was like, what the fuck? And his advice was, don't ever ask about that during an interview. You shouldn't do that. And I was like, Interesting suggestion. So yeah, don't ever show any interest in work-life balance during an interview, or people will think that you're trying to take the easy way out, whatever that may mean. It was shocking. I would never interview there again. That was years ago, but man, oh man, what a bad time. Anyway, easy way out. What the hell? I mean, it's Google. Makes sense. I think so. Yeah. I've always wanted to rage quit an interview, but I've never been brave enough. There was one interview I didn't rage quit, but I almost like apologized and said, "I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to, I'm not supposed to be here." Like, okay, time to die on this hill. Dies. I've never been like, this is so bad that I would leave. But there was one time similar actually to the interview where I talked to the machine research learning person, but kind of worse. So I wrote on my resume that I wrote C++, which was true, but I was not like a C++ person. And I was doing an interview where they were looking for like a C++ expert, and they just spent the whole interview asking me questions where I just had to say, I don't know. Again, they'd be like, so what about this? I don't know. And tell me, what is this thing? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And kept having to say it over and over and over and over for an hour. And like 15 minutes in, I seriously considered just being like, you know what? This is good talking to you guys. I'm going to go now. I'll see myself out. Let's not talk about how much work you can actually do. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, though, it's not even like Google's reputation is not that they'll work you to death compared to other companies, right? If you work at Netflix or somewhere, or Amazon maybe, that's much more the thing. So I don't know what this person was thinking. It's just very weird. Where are you going? I'm looking for more sand. Wait, it's over here, right? We need more sand. Just going for a walk. Just out in the woods. The woods. Go back. Uh-oh. Rangwat says it's the thing about a lot of big companies. To the right. This way? Yes. Okay, cool. We're on the right path. Oh. Oh my. It's so sandy. Thank you. These were good directions. Oh, look, an arrow. Yoink. Oh, free sand. I guess a creeper probably blew up there. Also, did you hear recently, Disney employees have apparently repeatedly been complaining at higher-ups for removing a bunch of explicitly queer scenes from their films. I did hear a little about this. And they were able to get a lesbian kiss back in Lightyear. Oh, that's good. I did hear about this, though. Yeah, I mean, that's especially surprising considering the new Florida Don't Say Gay bill. Yeah. Oh, yeah, says Giant Spatula. Oh, yeah, to this big pile of sand. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a weird thing, right? Because Disney obviously has a big presence in Florida. And they want to, not piss off the people in charge there, I would think, is part of it. And then, not a good time to, oh yeah, true. Yeah, we should have put a little bit more space there, between what we were talking about. I mean, it's just it's the same as always. They're trying to make as much money as possible. And they're worried that there are regions of the world, United States and beyond, where something like a lesbian kiss in Buzz Lightyear will not be received well. But they don't want to say it because they want, the artists and stuff are all woke, right? This Don't Say Gay bill affect films. I believe it only directly affects schools. That's right. And the big problem is it's not clear. I mean, the big problem. One of the big problems, besides the fundamental problem of the very idea of the bill, is that it's very vague, right? And so it's not clear. It could be interpreted in a very broad way, and that's where the kind of don't say gay part comes in, right? Like, the people who are championing it in a disingenuous way are saying, oh, no, this is just, we don't want people basically to be teaching sex ed to kids. That's what they're trying to frame it as. But it's absolutely disingenuous. It is, as you say, in reality, a don't say gay bill. The artists and stuff definitely quite supportive and queer themselves, but the higher-ups. Oh, exactly, and that's the That's the dilemma, I would imagine, for a company like Disney, is like, you want those artists. They're, you got to exploit those people, but you can't do it if they're all pissed off because, you're removing queer scenes from your films. Or not even scenes, just moments. But if you do that, there are parts of the world that won't like your movie. But don't teach sex ed to kids, but only gay is like the worst meaning. You want people... Yeah. It's totally disingenuous, like I said. The people who are saying it's about that... Right, it would be like, oh, I can't... The current CEO of Disney is Bob Chapek, and everyone hates him? Seems about right. I feel like it would be hard to become the CEO of Disney and not be a hateable person. I hope that isn't controversial to say. I mean, the CEO of any business that big. Honestly. They're also moving all of the Imagineering from CA, good, to FL, bad. Oh no! Oh, but the don't say gay thing being related to sex ed, that's like if you said that, like, telling your students that you were married was equivalent to sex ed, right? It's nonsense. It's nonsense and it's really crappy, but we live in a big country where dumb states can make bad laws. When will it ever be enough sand? Never! Never enough sand! How much trouble do you think the artists who spoke about queer censoring got in trouble for the higher-ups? I'm not sure. It seemed like they were being pretty vocal about it, which is good. But yeah, you do always worry. I mean, that you're risking your job, or even your career, right? So it's pretty shitty for those people having to do that. And pretty good of them to put themselves out there. This has been... Oh, look, there's 2 turtles. Hello, boys. Have a potato. That's for both of you to share. To be clear. Let your friend have some. Anything else? Do I have enough sand? No. Never. Never. Probably I do. Let's go back. I was only very vocal recently. Their career was probably fine because they're Disney artists, but still, they could get in trouble in other ways. I suppose so. I tend to... Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, even if you're not getting fired or something, right? There are a lot of quiet ways to punish somebody and just, not consider them for promotion and things like this. There's a lot of ways to be evil if... as a manager or an executive at a big company. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? Anyway, in conclusion, any company that makes $1 trillion should be immediately dissolved. And any individual who makes $1 billion should be immediately dissolved also in a vat of vinegar. The end. That's my nuanced political take. Making our way back. We're going to finish the subway. I think after we finish the subway today, we might wrap up early here. And I'll take some time to work on the redeemables and stuff this evening. I'm just starting to feel my voice go a little bit. I don't want to push it too hard. I've noticed, though, with Lightyear and that Italian film, Pixar have been able to get more queer stuff out. This is true, yeah. But you also hear about some of that stuff gets censored in other parts of the world. But yes, that is admittedly true. They had everybody made the big deal about the lesbian kiss in that Star Wars movie that's like in the background for 1/2 a millisecond. So it's good. It's good that they're getting more stuff like that in. But we could do more. We could do more. They could reveal that Buzz Lightyear is gay. Finally. They could do it. This would be a really good time, right? You don't even have to, change anything about the old movies. He is. And you could just let people know. This would be a great opportunity. That's all I'm saying, Disney. Hire me to write the next Buzz Lightyear movie. He will kiss Woody, and everybody will be happy. That's my pitch. Consider it. If Buzz is gay, then that adds a whole new layer to the love triangle with the cowgirl in Toy Story 3. Oh, true. It could become a true triangle. Good. I don't want any more of these love V's or greater than signs or whatever. Triangle or GTFO. I'm getting a little punchy too, you can tell. Let's find a good place to wrap this stream up soon. Huh. Does that make Buzz bi? It could, yeah. Yes. Yes. Buzz is bi. Sorry. That's what I meant to say. Yes. Yes. I think that is canon. I'm pretty sure. Do 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 do. It's been a scintillating episode of Minecraft, huh? Just a lot of... Will I hit my head if I do this? No, cool. You know what? It's not going to be enough sand. Oh my god. It's not going to be enough sand. No! I should have done the sand part off stream. Are you for real? Is Woody also gay or is it a lost cause? Wait, no, Woody's married or whatever. To 2 women? Wait, is he... What do you call it when somebody's married to more than one person? I don't remember, but is Woody a polygamist? Is that what I'm hearing? I would believe it. He seems like the type. Question mark? What does that mean? Nobody knows. Woody is a polygamist. Lock it in. But we don't reveal that in this movie. That comes out. Well, I guess it's already in the movies, right? Woody's a polygamist. It's fine. And you know what? Everybody's cool about it. So it actually is fine. Everybody's on board. Everybody knows the deal. To Bo Peep and the Cowwoman. Oh, to Jesse? Are they married? That sounds true to me. Okay, well, I didn't actually have enough sand, but tell you what, my voice is about to give out here, and I'm getting a little punchy, I can tell. So I'll come back off stream and finish up this. You can tell what it's gonna look like, right? It's just gonna be a little bit more sand here. Smooth sandstone here. Let's just take a look at what we did today real quick. So we obviously worked on the subway station a fair bit. And then the other thing was we finished out the IDK. There was a love thing with Jesse. True, I sort of remember that. Getting a little punchy. I can feel it. I can tell. Maybe an understatement. We made the arena. We finished it up. And you can't see, but you can open this up to release the husks with that lever up on top. So now we have we have this gladiatorial arena. Tell you what, let's go back to the house just so that we feel safe, and we'll wrap it up here for today. Ah, man. Listen, we mostly just release the husks. Okay, release the husks. You're right. What am I thinking? Let's go take down the husks. All right, you husks. Oh my God, that's spooky as hell. Release some husks! What's up, guys? Why is everybody so cool? Hey. What? What? Is the ceiling not high enough? Why are you guys being so weird? Are we friends? Is this a friendship? What? What? Are they stuck? What? They must be. They must be. Maybe the ceiling isn't high enough? No, 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 no. I don't know. They are waiting for battle. I'm baffled. Alright. I'm the Husk Whisperer, it turns out. I had no idea. What if I rub up against you? Oh! What? Why? Is it because I put them down in creative mode? Ow. Okay, now you hit me. Maybe it has to do with the light, or maybe the spawners? Yeah. Or made spawners? I think it must be that. That's very weird. Extremely unsettling. What a good creepy way to end the stream. Let's go out here. Let's just close the door on that absolute nightmare. Oh, they made me hungry when they hit me. And we'll go... That was very weird. Hey, Maethors. We barely saw you today. How are you? I pet Maethors, and it makes like a zither noise. Not a zither. Like the little thing with the stick. You know the noise. Because of his ribs. They acknowledge you as their master. Truly! They know. They know who butters their bread. It's me. I make them a little cucumber sandwich every afternoon, and they love it. Okay. Bam. Here we are, back at the house. Let's call it here for today. We'll go... I know it's early, but we'll go to the calendar. A xylophone? No, the stick. The one that looks like a wooden thing with little ridges on it. That goes like... I can't do the noise, but that's my best effort. Cool. Let's go to the calendar real quick. Just to wrap up. Bam, 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 bam. Calendar's easy today. Boom. Cool. So that's on those frogs. That did sound kind of frog-like. You know, like with the stick and the thing that looks like a little piece of corn. Okay, enjoy your stick instruments. Listen, this has been the Sunday Night Chill stream. We ended early, but we had to, or this was going to go even further and further off the rails. We'll be back tomorrow from 8 to 10, starting a new main game. We're going to be playing Prince of Persia, The Forgotten Sands. I'm looking forward to it. It's not too long a game. It's like 8 to 10 hours, so we'll probably get through it this week, early next week. And again, that'll be Prince of Persia, The Forgotten Sands from 8 to 10. Minecraft Wild update coming soon, probably. Ooh, when that comes out, we should do a stream, try to do a stream focused on it in some way. That's a good reminder. Man, oh man, oh man. If you watched any of this live tonight, thank you so much for watching live. And if you watch this as a recording or on YouTube, thank you so much for watching that way too. And until next time, I will see you later.